Welcome to Trash Talk. I'm Lane.
And I'm Chase.
And I'm D.
And I'm Tony.
And you're the audience. And you guys know I like to start this podcast off with a surprise. Sometimes.
Oh, we never knew that.
No, I didn't
Sometimes,
even know this. How the audience know this?
Sometimes I like to start off with a gift, maybe.
Uh-oh.
That's happened before.
Is it
Yeah.
candy?
There's no candy, but Chase, I do have a gift for you.
What is it?
It's a dildo.
Don't be throwing anything on my face and shit.
Is it bigger than the last one?
It is a
What
book.
it means to be a Husker. Where'd you get this at?
What it means to be a Husker. A very special lady gave it to me, and I thought it would be most fitting to you because you're the one that's always complaining about the Huskers.
Is it because you're the shittiest Husker fan ever?
Exactly. No. So Chase, this is what it means to be
I just seen Bobby
a Husker.
Newcomb.
Yeah, it just kind of details a bunch of
through all the players
famous
and shit.
Huskers. Scott Frost is not in it.
Wow.
Bob Newton. Who's Bob Newton?
Does it have blank pages to write your own passages?
No. It's
there-
not a choose your own adventure.
Is there a blank page for Brooke
It
Behringer?
is like based off of some
Oh, too soon. Too
no,
soon.
Tom
Osborne.
notes and stuff or whatever, and someone
got
edited
Brooke?
it together.
You got
That's
Tom?
why I just asked.
I can't remember.
I was like, has it got any blank pages for Brooke Behringer?
I don't think it does.
I was like, too soon?
Crouch
Well,
is
that's
in it.
fucked up.
I'm pretty sure.
That's got your joke there.
Yeah.
I'm on green.
I know. I was surprised Frost.
How
was
much
in
of a
that.
section for Lawrence Phillips is there?
I don't know, but I do want to borrow it because I want to read it too.
Well, you can borrow it first.
I'm good. I know the.
Does that mean
to be a Husker?
Are you trying to admit that you don't know how to read?
No, I can read. It's just, it's already here.
I just don't like it, and it's hard.
And plus, it's just going to sit on my toilet.
You're gonna pee on it?
Like, what?
I probably will.
Did anybody ever tell you what to do with books?
I'm a pretty bad peer.
Here, pay on this book.
That's not what books are for.
You're not for toilet paper. You know that, right?
We know what I'm talking about. Flip through 'em.
All right. Well, that was my big surprise.
Well, that was adorable.
Thank you.
As you gave the gift back.
I appreciate it.
Here, you can borrow it first.
Thanks. That's awesome. Here, read it.
Yeah.
Tell me what's in it.
You read it and summarize it for
I
me.
gave you a gift before.
You have
What
given
about
me
that
gifts.
monkey pipe I bought you?
I don't know where that's at. So
I think he borrowed it to you first.
I don't think I've ever.
Not a monkey wrench.
I've never
monkey
really
pipe.
used it any other time. Well, I don't want to be a monkey pipe.
It was for going out and
Monkeying around.
Yeah. Ripping balls.
Is that what monkey
on the
pipes are
place.
for?
it's
Well,
it's a cool little
I
thing.
appreciate that gift. That was for my birthday. Thank you.
See if you can
Did
find
you
it.
just have a birthday?
I think it's in here. No, it was like a couple months ago. Way longer. That was like one of the first
This-
podcasts we did.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Your birthday's in the spring.
March,
A couple
right?
months ago.
Yeah, quite a
March.
few months ago.
How old are you now?
March 14th.
I'm 32.
Are you?
March
Yeah,
24th.
I'll be turning 33 March 6th.
Jesus. For some reason, I didn't even think you were in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm in my 30s.
Your balls hanging down
We're
your
all-
mid thigh
we're all
yet?
30s. He's
Yeah.
33
You
already.
sat on your balls yet? There you
These both these motherfuckers are 33.
go. All right, good.
Great
Okay.
Larry Bird, 33.
I feel less awkward then.
You ever sit on your balls that go up your butt?
No, I'm only 32.
When you get in the bathtub.
Yeah, when you get to 33, that's
You didn't
you're
answer the
fucked.
question, motherfucker.
He did. He said, no, I'm only 32.
Yeah, I said no. I have not had my balls accidentally go up into my butt. Was that the question?
Now, purposely,
Calm down,
it's a
Jesus.
different story. Accidentally,
man.
no.
It's just a question.
No, I'm pissed now.
Just a question. You're gonna try it when we leave. You're gonna be like, "How do you?
How would
do
you
this?
even get your balls in your butt?
Just don't pull them
I
out
gotta
right
take my
away."
pants off?
I mean, it is like
You're
only
like, "How do you do?"
inch
Oh
away.
shit! There they go.
I guess that's how.
And you go.
Could you
Wait,
maybe
do
just like
it, do it. Oh,
Then you got to go to the doctor
Oh,
and
wait, if it's
explain that
balls,
one.
it's.
oh yeah.
uh,
Unless you got one nut.
Doc, I'm having a
yeah.
little trouble
Did
here.
you could write me like a step-by-step, guide to how to do this all.
Just fucking.
Tuck and sit, man.
Yeah, see what happens.
Think about a vacuum.
You gotta kind of spread and sit.
Okay.
Yeah, you get
Alright.
the vacuum seal
Tuck,
going.
spread, sit.
And are you like, I'm just done. I'm gonna move on to.
And then have some fava beans and a bottle of
The
Chianti.
TSS.
You don't want to be talking about balls and
spreads.
buttholes
No,
anymore?
we just got other things, more important things to do. You finally ringing the bell about the buttholes we've been talking about.
See if you're paying attention.
There is some good nerd news today.
Hmm?
Did you see some good nerd news?
Did I see good nerd news?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You weren't supposed to be here for this, Chase.
I was home for all of a half an hour before I had to
This is
hurry
the
up
part
and
we
come out
talk
here, so
shit
I haven't
about
seen much
Chase.
of any news. I don't know why would
I
happen.
can leave
Yeah. All right.
for about 10 minutes.
First good nerd news. Nerd news. The Game of Thrones directors, showrunners,
Yeah,
David
Benioff and
Dumb and Dumber,
Yeah.
as I prefer to call
Yeah.
him, D&D,
can't write.
are off of Star Wars.
No shit.
Yep.
Oh.
They also have a Netflix deal worth,
Yeah.
nine figures or something. Yeah. So they got that. But then,
Well, yeah, I don't feel bad for them.
isn't that the whole reason they rushed season 8?
That's why. Well, that's a theory.
Oh, well, yeah. But I mean, I think
It's pretty strong.
I think
theory,
everyone
but it's
kind
a
of
theory.
was-
Yeah. It's,
they even kind of told us that it seemed like that they were ready to
yeah,
move on to
like,
other
we're ready
things.
to move on. We got this Disney. Yeah.
They've been talking about this still for a year and a half, and it sounds like right before production. They're like, well, they were busy.
Well, I think Disney was taking a good look at them after the backlash.
Your
from
writing
season 8.
sucks.
Yeah, they're like, give us
Turns
a
out-
synopsis.
Turns out your original content is terrible.
Your
Yeah.
original content's
Yeah.
not really your own content.
You can adapt stuff that other good writers have written.
I thought everybody loved the.
Yeah, up until they ran out of source material.
Yeah,
What
when
was the
he
question,
passed George
Chase?
Martin's
Are you talking
books.
about Game of Thrones or Star Wars?
Game of Thrones, but then they start fucking up.
This
with, like,
the last season was
Yeah.
just kind of,
Oh, I just remember
Well, even the last couple seasons were getting.
but it's
bad,
blatant.
but-
You
Yeah.
ever
Like,
heard of
it
a
was-
flaccid penis?
It was just whenever they ran out.
that was
of,
their last couple
It was
seasons.
just when they ran out of source
I
material.
heard of a
I did-
Starbucks cup.
I did see South Park signed
the
a
Starbucks cup in it.
exclusive HBO deal.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, for their streaming.
Starbucks or
South Park.
South Park.
Yeah, is going to stream on HBO, I guess now.
Huh, instead of
Yeah,
Like
I
Comedy
didn't
the old
Central?
see the
episodes
whole deal,
or
but-
new episodes, new
I don't
content,
know.
or
I don't know. I didn't get to read the whole thing. It was like I was just glancing at.
I haven't gotten to see
Trying
the
to
last
see
few
what-
seasons. I don't have anything to watch it on. I don't have Hulu.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They used to have it on
What's-
Netflix.
so
old
what's the other
episodes.
You said there was two good news, nerd news.
Oh, the other good news nerds, also Game of Thrones, is the prequel has been canceled.
That's okay.
A
I didn't know.
long-
If
Why
you
is
were
that
gonna-
good news?
I didn't know if
though?
that was considered good news, but I heard that.
I wasn't that thrilled about that story.
Wasn't that
that
the story about the Targaryens and all that?
No. The prequel was supposed to be the Long Night one, the one from like 8,000 years ago.
Oh,
When they like it is like, oh, let them pull up the quote.
because there was talk of another one with Sir Arthur Dane and all that, right?
Yeah.
And that
From-
one seemed interesting.
From the horrifying secrets of Westeros' history to the true origin of the White Walkers, the mysteries of the East of the Starks, of legend. Only one thing for sure: it's not the story we think we know. Well, it turns out we're not going to know it.
well, that's good because the story I
Well,
know
you kind of
sucked.
already know it, though. I mean, like, you can watch all those YouTube
it-
series on
But
it.
isn't that the
and-
second
Yeah.
prequel that got canceled?
That was the well, yes,
Because they planned like 5 or 6.
There was 5.
and then they like canceled the first one like almost right away,
yeah,
and then this one got canceled.
and then there's still supposedly 3. They've canceled 2 at least, and this was actually the 3rd one they've canceled.
Jesus.
So there's 2 in the works still.
And then who's actually writing these? Is it
Some young
D&D?
guy.
No, it's definitely other
Oh,
people.
okay.
This actually, the one that just got canceled was being directed by a woman, and it's like, oh, is there gonna be backlash now
That's
that a
why.
woman got fired or whatever?
So I'm going to bring it back to the DB Weiss and Benoit.
Do I just hit this?
Are they?
yeah,
So they have a deal with Netflix on something. Though.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about that? And then how long before they cancel that when Netflix realizes they're bad
That's a lot of
writers?
money.
I'm pretty sure it's a 9-figure deal for
I think
multi-year
it
or
was
whatever.
200
For what
million.
though?
For just to create some content
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh,
This is-
they get open whatever
Yeah,
creativity.
basically,
Yeah.
fucking.
Too bad they don't have
blank
any
page.
creativity.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Here's their quote though. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us too. Getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was a thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything.
So that means shit.
Yeah.
We love Star Wars. We're just not good enough
It means
for
we
it.
grew up as Star Wars
But
fans.
Hey, if
essentially,
they're real fans, though, they did a favor, a service by removing themselves from
Weren't
that.
they?
Yeah.
Wasn't this the next movie supposed to end all of that?
it's
they're
ending the
supposed to not
Skywalker
have, like-
saga.
Yeah, there's not supposed to be like a movie every year, is what I heard. I don't know if it's going every other year or every 3 years.
Oh, so this
but,
just ends like the Skywalker side. There's
Yeah,
like more.
but they're going to have the Mandalorian, though. It's a seasonal
There's not
show.
going to be a Star
Okay.
Wars 10.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be something else.
Yeah, it'll be a Star Wars
I
story,
gotcha. I
like
don't- this
you
is how
know,
little
Han
I follow
Solo
these
or
ones,
whatever. But yeah, no, they were supposed to have the next one in like 2021 or whatever, and it's out now or not happening. So maybe Ryan Johnson's gonna get his trilogy.
Yeah.
From the fucking
Because
Last
he did the
Jedi.
first two, right?
No, he just did the Last Jedi,
Oh, okay.
the recent one, the
Gotcha.
worst one.
Really? That was the worst one? That was worse than the one before? Like,
Yeah, I like the Force Awakens, Episode 7. I don't know.
I can't judge. That's the only one I watched, and I was.
What
like,
was the
that's
one without
terrible.
the Force?
Rogue One.
I like that one a lot.
Rogue One was good too. The
Yeah,
first
I like that one more the more I watch it, honestly.
The first two Star Wars films that Disney made were great, and then they did The Last Jedi and Han Solo. Which
And then I heard
are both
Solo
shitty.
was awesome. I heard it.
It's
like,
okay.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's
There's
a,
nothing
I was
special
being
about it.
sarcastic. I heard it sucked balls and
It's a f-
canceled a
no.
bunch of.
it's a fun action movie.
But I
just,
heard
like,
they
has to be
canceled a
called
bunch
Star
of
Wars.
like they had a bunch of other stories they were going to do, like individual stories. And
Oh, I'm
like,
sure they
after
got a
that, they were
whole
like
mind board on it.
No, we're not going to do that no more.
Yeah, most likely.
They got a whole universe to work with if they want to keep, depending on how long they want to keep making new shit.
Yeah. But no,
But
I
yeah.
want to know if you guys
don't
think of this quote that Kathleen Kennedy said about
storytellers.
D&D.
That
that David Benioff and Dan Weiss, Dumb and Dumber, who are incredible storytellers. We hope to include them in a journey forward when they are able to step away from their busy schedule to focus on Star Wars.
Huh.
Sounds like it's just a nice way to say get lost.
Exactly. Honestly, like,
But
who's
I mean,
too busy to work on Star Wars?
It could be schmarmy, She's like, when you're not too busy.
Yeah,
well, but
exactly.
if you also, I mean,
Hopefully
if
that's
you
what
read
it
the
is.
first part of that, she didn't close the door or close any doors.
Yeah,
on
that's not what she
send-off.
said. That's just what
Yeah,
the
she
writer
just didn't
wrote.
close any doors. So
That's an opinion.
I don't think they're bitter. Maybe. But
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the inflection is.
They
but-
already had the
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a
trilogy
year
to
and a
come
half.
out. Like, yeah, this has been signed. The trilogy is set to come out. Whenever, but
It's
they're
happening.
out now.
It could have been hey, get us a rough outline in 90 days, and 90 days happened. They're like, yeah, we ain't got shit, and they're like, oh fuck.
Well, I have a feeling they had something, but then they read it and they're just like, oh, this is shit. This sucks.
this is terrible.
I mean,
You guys are writers?
yeah, exactly. Have you guys read any
We
about
can't wait to hear more of your incredible original storylines in a future time.
Have you read their scripts that they released?
What are they
For-
working on?
Because they got
For what, though?
nominated for the Emmys, so they had to release the scripts that they nominated. So they released the script for episode 6, what they wrote or whatever.
Was it
Oh, for
bad?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for Game of Thrones.
Oh.
And yes, it's really bad. Like, the part with the dragon wings, in just like the subtext, it just says Danny is like the satanic majesty request, a fucking Rolling Stones album. And they're like making all these random jokes about how Arya is moving or trying to go west, and then it says like Sansa and Jon failed geography. It says that in the scripts.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's not a writer. Writers don't do that.
No, that's.
My pubic hair is more talented than that.
Well, that's a
is.
script
I've seen
writer.
it.
That's not a writer. Like that's.
They're not a TV writer.
And it's not. Well, yeah. I mean, barely
Or
even
a
call him
book-
a script
book
writer.
writer-
Yeah, it's
a book writer,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's an adapter. Like that's just. So okay, imagine this in your head. That's what happened. Like in 3 words. Like it was basically
Yeah.
all they're saying.
I mean, they just relied on
A
the
writer
actor.
would describe the entire situation.
Do you think their
Yeah.
pitch to HBO originally and to Martin when they wanted to do the books, Game of Thrones on HBO, they were like, all right, the books are great, right? Let's do that.
Probably.
Shit, we're out of time.
Well, they have openly
Out of butt.
admitted that they did not know what they were doing. They had never ran TV production
Well,
show
didn't they have a
before.
couple things or something they wrote, or books or whatever they pitched on shit, and they were just terrible?
Yeah. He wrote on X-Men Wolverine Origins.
Oh, Jesus.
The worst X-Men.
Yeah, the worst
That was
one.
his only
Alright.
writing credential before that.
What did he write?
The whole
Wolverine
thing.
takes a shit
The worst movie ever. Yeah.
on the
so-
big screen.
Oh, that's terrible.
But what good news to end it all up? They're probably going to go with the Fire and Blood series.
That'd be
for the
good.
prequel which is the Targaryen kings
and how they
Civil
came into
War.
power.
Dragons.
It would be really cool if they did all of it when they come into power.
When the dragons are
Aegon-
still big, all the way down to when they start getting small.
it would be hopefully they do it all. Where Aegon takes over the Seven Kingdoms, fights people,
that'd be
destroys
sweet.
things. That one would be really cool. And then there's a bunch of kings in between that and the Civil War. And that would be also really cool because that's another epic dragon fight.
Yeah.
That-
Any kind of that stuff would be awesome.
There's a lot of epic dragon fights to that part.
Oh yeah, there was like 20 dragons alive, and there's like
But
three
how-
of them at the end.
But how many floppy wieners are there going to be?
Oh, they'll be fun.
Because you can't have Game of Thrones without floppy wieners.
Don't worry, they'll put
Wiener,
floppy
wiener,
wiener.
wiener.
Gotta have floppy wieners.
I definitely got to check this show out now.
Yeah.
And we brought the show back around. Balls in your own ass and wieners.
That's how we do it, baby.
So that's nerd news.
Yeah, that was pretty good nerd news.
Nerd news. What do you want to talk about next?
Byproduct. It's still nerd news.
Should we-
Joker. I saw Joker.
I got a fun story.
Let's talk about Joker. Or
I saw Joker.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
anybody else
Let's
see
hear about
it? Anybody?
I have seen it.
Lane seen it. So
Let's do a quick non-spoiler
I really liked
discussion.
it. I thought Joaquin did great. I thought
Do you think it was slow? The first half was slow.
I could see why people thought it was slow, but from what I was expecting, I thought it fit the feel of the entire film. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
it wasn't meant to be a big action movie, so I knew it was going to be a lot of storytelling, and that was the idea. And it was-
Building up.
yeah, so I was
showing
expecting that. So I
his-
could see why people say it was slow, because he didn't do much. I mean, what, take an hour to kill somebody? And, well, we know we can't have that in this
Yeah.
world. You got to kill people real
Did
quick.
you think he was going to kill him? 'Cause I thought there was plenty of foreshadowing.
Oh yeah, I thought. I just couldn't wait till he just lost his shit. Like, I was just.
Yeah.
I did find out one interesting fact, and this is no spoiler because it's the first scene in the movie, and it's in the trailer where he does the smile, where he forces himself, and like the tear falls. Like, I was watching this where they were going over the scenes, and Todd, which is great that it's fucking. Hangover. Todd Phillips is the director. So he's sitting there talking about this scene. It's like, I'm here for the gangbang. This is the guy that's talking with me about this scene. But he was saying how Joaquin just was doing this, and he was like, all it was really was practicing, because he was like, he just felt like he couldn't get the smile right or whatever. And then he was doing it, and they're like, well, let's just shoot it, and blah, blah, blah. And he did the thing where he pulled his face up, and then he started crying, and they did that tear. And he says, okay, we're ready. And they were like, no, that's good. That was the take. Like, it was one take, and
Nice.
they were like, I was like, so yeah, it's that kind of shit where he was like,
Is that
like-
the one when he has the blood that comes out? Or
no, it's
blood,
like
or
the
what is
one
that?
where he's sitting there and he's like forcing his mouth up, and he just has like white with a little bit of blue. And he does this, and then you just see one tear just kind of drop from his eye, like as he's forcing his smile, and then he just like lets go. It's actually it's one of my things, but it's in all the
It's cool.
previews and shit. And
So he does kill? How many? I mean, does he? How's he?
well, he loses.
I don't care. You
He
can
gets
tell
a
me.
gun,
Does he?
He does that shit. Like when he does that.
like fish hooks,
That's
essentially.
fish hooks. He basically fish hooks himself.
Two fish hooks.
Yeah, some people know. But yeah, basically
It's
fish hooks
definitely
himself.
a movie worth watching.
Yes.
Like I felt like it's a good movie. Do I need to see it again in theaters? No. I would watch it again.
There's also a lot of like social consciousness kind of stuff into it that gets involved, and it's a lot of rich versus poor, and it's a lot. So there's a lot of current topics that get brought up in it, and
It deals with like
kinda-
this turmoil of a city.
yeah, and it was kind of messed up because I had just watched It 2,
Mm-hmm.
and in It 2, basically they beat the guy by bullying him to death. And then in this one, it basically shows you that bullying people turns them into the Joker. So it's just like you see these just different movies, and I'm like, all right, interesting. Sorry if I ruined It too for
Yeah.
anybody.
No, I don't
But
think so.
it's terrible.
And I don't understand is why people are upset about it. 'Cause,
I think
yes, like
because it wasn't superhero-y.
yeah, it shows like yes, people that like
What are people
me-
upset about?
mental- I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
haven't heard anything but
Yeah,
good
I've heard a
things
lot.
about
It's
There's
it.
like
like-
50-50 of people
Because
that
it's
just
a
don't
Marvel
like
movie.
it.
ain't it?
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything
'Cause-
bad about it.
No, because there's apparently they think it's like the incels are gonna love it too much and like
What,
cause incels, involuntary celibate,
Oh.
far right wing hackers or not hackers, trolls essentially. Anyway,
they don't want to.
They're worried right-wing people love it too much that it's going to cause them
Some
to start
kind of
shooting.
I saw shit on
and
the
stuff,
media.
you know?
People were like, "Oh my god!" Certain theaters were like not going to show it because they didn't want to have a shooting. I was like,
Yeah.
a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like it's clearly
It's a fucking movie.
yeah, but it's like clearly not that.
But everybody
Yeah.
can play
It's
a bunch
about-
of war video games instead of that big of a deal.
It's not even it's
about, like,
mostly
mental
about
health.
Yeah, it's about mental health. Like the guy's crazy. Like the guy has legit mental health issues, and just basically gets
It's
shit kicked at him all the
society
time.
not
Like
taking care of
life
him.
life just shits on him constantly, and he just kind of just loses his shit. And then in parts of it, like people. And it took me a second. Actually, I had to have somebody straighten this out for me, and I appreciated it. Because I was like, I didn't like the fact that they said that the Joker's laugh was the reason they explained, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So that was I was like, I didn't like the fact that that's how they said
I love
it.
that.
That was the reason why. And they were like, but it's not the Joker. You even said before, because that was my whole argument, was this isn't the Joker. He's just called Joker. And he's like, I always felt like they were going to do a story where he inspires the Joker. And that's what I had assumed. And then they were like, well, you said that he wasn't the Joker. I was like, oh, that's right, he wasn't. So technically, that's not the Joker laugh, it's his laugh. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm okay with that. So like even the little bits that I pick and prod at that normally I do, I was like, oh, wait, okay, that makes sense a little bit. All right, I get that.
see, I like that part.
Yeah, I did like that part, being that character, because you forget that's not the Joker. Like,
Yeah.
he's not trying to be
But
the Joker.
I'll explain this, and it's not a huge spoiler because it's right at the beginning of the movie. You essentially find out that he has a mental disorder where he can't stop uncontrollably laughing when he's nervous, essentially. You know?
Yeah. Anytime, stress levels, he just laughs.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, I feel like it fits him, though, perfectly, you know?
well, for me, the Joker was always, he laughed because he was having fun fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And so it was like, he was, like this guy was just laughing because he had a mental condition. And I was like, it takes all the fun out of the Joker. Like,
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait, it's not the Joker. He's just, he calls himself, even at, like, he doesn't even really call himself that until the end. But, so then I was like, well, I guess that's acceptable. Like, it was good.
It's a
I
good
really
movie.
liked
It's
it. I want to watch it
definitely
again.
worth watching. It's probably one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah. I'll watch it again.
I'm looking
Like I
forward.
said-
Would you guys call it a mind fuck?
No.
Just more exploratory.
There are bits and
exploring the-
pieces where they do kind of, you don't know what's real, what's not,
Yeah.
because he does have mental issues. So there is a very evident part where you realize he imagined some stuff, but now then after you watch it, you're like, shit, what all did he imagine?
Yeah.
But you know there's stuff that he did imagine, because they make that very, very poignant that this was imagined, and then you're like, what else was thought up? And because everything that goes on, so they mess with you a lot. So, but it was
I'm
really
looking
good.
forward to seeing it. Honestly,
Yeah.
It is. I
speaking
thoroughly
of the
enjoyed it.
Joker laugh. Did you? I'm sure most of you guys here would know. Maybe Chase doesn't. Mark Hamill from Star Wars, to bring it back, has done the voice of the Joker in every animated Batman series.
Not every.
Most of them,
I think it's been
all,
every.
all the good ones.
and he's the most famous one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's been every.
It's not
We looked it up
every.
at work one day, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's like every single one that I'm aware of.
No,
He's been in."
because I saw a list of like the 30 best Jokers ever, starting like from best to worst.
And he's
And-
like 28 of them.
no, there was like 20 other,
Yeah.
10, 15 other animated Batman.
But
that
I hate
took
the
on-
fact that whenever you get into the best Joker argument, people are like, Mark Hamill's the best Joker because he has the best. I'm like, he has the laugh. Like,
Yeah.
that's
He's
not
just the
being the
cartoon
Joker.
guy.
You can laugh. Like you're in a booth laughing. Like I'm like, that's not the Joker. I'm like, yeah, you got a great laugh. Good job. But I always hate that
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack
Yep.
He's
To me, he
probably
was
my
always my
favorite.
favorite.
That was a good Batman. I had that one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And this,
You ever seen the devil dance in the pale moonlight? See you around, kid.
you ever dance with the devil
Oh,
by
yeah.
the pale moonlight?
Shoots his parents, right?
He says it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then right after he shoots his parents, you ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight? Catch you around, kid.
I made you.
Yeah, it was.
You made me.
yeah,
You
that
got
was-
bats in your belfry.
And technically, in Joker, they kind of do the same sort of thing, where they each sort of, in a way, make their own enemies.
Yeah. I liked all the stuff with Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, it was really cool. There
All right.
was, but yeah, enough.
Enough
I don't want
of
to
the
spoiler
Joker.
until everybody gets too far.
Derek,
But
did you have a story you still wanted to
I did
say?
see that, and it was
Can you
great.
play
So
the
go watch
laugh?
it. I recommend it.
No.
You can't play it.
Not playing that
You get in
loud.
trouble.
No, you can look it up on your own time.
Yeah, look it up. Do some research for fuck's sake. God.
Come prepared.
I just figured, if you could get the laugh on the podcast.
No, I don't. If I only had a thing called Google,
You don't? Oh, shit.
I don't have it.
Damn, that sucks.
I just have Docs. Did you have a story, Derek?
I just use Bing.
Derek's
Nothing ever comes up on
Derek's
Bing.
going
Yeah,
for
it doesn't.
Gets like 6 results. It's
What are you
bullshit.
typing? What are you typing? He's fucking
looking
looking
at?
it up. He's fucking looking it up.
Journey's all
If he
scared
doesn't
of
even know.
copyright shit.
Well, that's just a trailer, isn't it?
Oh, there's just some Joker laughs.
Well, and that's just one of them. Like, he has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And some are real.
He's been doing it for years.
Some of them are. Well, no, even in the movie, he's got different
I think those were
versions.
clips from the
Oh, yeah.
most recent movie. That wasn't Mark Hamill laughing.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, no, that was
I didn't see it.
that was from the movie.
Okay.
But if you,
He laughs a lot.
Yeah, when you watch the movie though, he laughs different
And you
ways.
can see it
and,
kind of go,
Yeah.
progress.
It gets
whatever.
crazier and
Yeah.
crazier.
Essentially.
oh yeah. Oh, my favorite part, and just at the end when he, and just all that, and I love that shit.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, 'cause I don't know if I'll watch it in the theater again. I could if it was somebody.
Someone wanted to go.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Hey, I haven't seen this shit. You want to go?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah, I'll go watch it again."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that shit multiple times. It was good. So Derek, you had some.
Just kind of a fun fact.
All facts are fun.
Recently, scientists were doing a study on rats about stress levels,
Uh-oh.
and they actually were able to train rats to drive miniature rat-sized cars.
I heard about that.
Well,
No
yeah.
way. This is fake.
It kind of gets funny though. So they're doing stress
Like
levels.
Stuart?
Yeah.
Do you think
there
rats were
pictures?
more or less stressed when driving?
More?
yeah, more.
I mean, we are stressed.
No.
sometimes.
They were less stressed
Less
when driving.
stressed?
Now I don't know about this. I'm going to
Yeah.
guess
Is
it's
there a
because
video of it?
it was just rat single
remember
driving. He
hearing
didn't
about
have to worry
this.
about traffic.
Wait, depends on the car. that
I
we're
think
driving
he
to.
didn't have to worry about traffic. There was no
was
rat
he
traffic.
Joey driving, or did he have like a little track?
I don't know what the
Yeah.
setup was,
Wait,
but
So, yeah,
I'm
give me
just
a little
assuming
track and I'm the
he
only
didn't
car
have
in the
traffic.
vehicle. I'm having fun.
But
They weren't in
here's,
traffic?
Here's the funny part. This is
Driving
true.
tiny
This is true.
cars.
They put passengers, the rat passengers in the car. They showed elevated stress levels. The passengers.
Oh, the passenger was freaking out?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Because they were bringing it
Okay,
up.
so yeah, we're watching a video of them now. They got like little
Yeah, they're not good drivers.
mason jar on top of some sort of RC
Because I think
car.
the topic that they brought
And they're
up
just kind
was, who would you trust more, a rat, an Uber, or a automated car? It was just like there
the
were
rat?
arguments for all of them.
So it's just a big square room, and they're just like bouncing off the walls and shit.
Well, yes, that's playtime. He's not driving.
Well, they went to the water dispenser.
Are you sure he's?
But he's trying to drive through the clear part because they put the obstacles, like they have the wallpaper in the back,
see,
you know?
Where's
but
the steering wheel at?
That's some bullshit, like scientific studies. Because one,
I think he's
you
going
don't
for the
know,
food, though.
Is that rat even late for work? You don't know.
Like I said, there's
Maybe
no
it's
traffic.
Sunday and he's just cruising.
He's not driving on a road.
just
He's in a whole
ramming
open
into the
area.
and he looks
wall.
drunk as shit. Look, he's hitting everything.
They need a bigger space.
He's a rat. They don't have motor coordination.
So they give him some cereal
driving.
when he drives.
I tell you
towards
when
them.
No,
I
he keeps
drink and
going to the
drive,
food
I'm not
over and over
very
again.
stressed.
Yeah, he learns. Oh, they moved the food.
So he just appointed. He
Gets
just
a
has
little
to
bit of
point his head
water.
over.
But this is how they learn, though. They first enticed him with food. I would imagine the video's going to progress, and they might do maybe more advanced stuff.
It's kind of funny how he gets in the car.
But see, he's
Well,
like
yeah.
beeline to it that
To me,
time.
it seems like he was relaxed because he got to the food quicker than if he walked there.
Because he learned. He got
That's
his-
like when you get to the airport and you see the moving.
Do you guys
fucking-
deliver?
Wait, did they have to go to the DMV
I
and
deliver.
shit or anything? No DMV to get their
No, I
letters
didn't know
right?
they had any sort of restrictions.
No, he's not on a government-funded road, so it's
That's
free
good.
range.
That's good.
Well, that's cool. That was a nice surprise.
What kind of gas do you think they put in their cars?
Where'd that
Battery.
come from?
You think they go like high test?
Peanut
Like, what do
butter
you think?
oil.
They have little Teslas.
Nice.
All right, here's your $40,000 rat-sized mobile.
Did it say where they
Has
were
a
at?
sunroof.
Where they were from? What university was doing this?
Ratatouille
You
University.
just had the shut up, weren't you?
Yeah.
They learned
Probably
how to
Harvard or
drive
some shit.
tiny cars.
No, I don't think.
Central Community
Rats.
College.
What did that just say?
University
Didn't
of
teach us
Wayne
anything, but I just
State.
enjoyed watching it.
Richmond.
are supposed
Richmond
to teach us
University?
something, but mostly I just enjoy watching them. Yeah, like, hey, we're supposed to learn something, but it just looks fun.
All right.
University of Richmond.
All right, Richmond. You can do something
Like
else.
Richmond, Virginia.
So
Yeah.
what's the plan here? Are they going to eventually
Is
put
there
them
a
on the
purpose
roads?
behind this?
No,
They were studying stress levels, I believe, and then I guess they thought driving would be really stressful for a rat. But like I said, and we just saw in the video, they weren't dealing with traffic. I mean, like, when do you get stressed driving?
Yeah, but they're not even.
When you're driving by yourself and nobody's around.
They're not like
or-
driving long distances.
I say, I'm pretty sure MythBusters did an episode about this where they were all driving. They each took separate cars going one direction, and they each were in separate lanes. One
Good
was in
band.
a slow lane, and all the different 4 lanes, and they drove the speed limit, and like the people that were speeding, trying to get in front of people, passing people and all that shit, they got there maybe like 10 minutes early, but they were freaked out. Their levels were all high. The people that took like the slow lane got there maybe like 10, 20 minutes slower, but they were just like, no, it was cool. It was a chill little ride, just driving along. And I was like, shit, I think they already
See, if I'm in the
proved that
slow
shit.
lane, I feel stressed.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
get
go
this.
fast.
Well, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if I'm just cruising, I'll hop in that slow lane and just chill. Like, I got no problem
Speaking
with
of
that.
stress, yesterday I was driving home from work on I-80 and a semi-truck blew a flat. Shredded
yeah.
the tire, flipping up in the air and everything.
That's
It was
why you
scared
don't
the
ride
shit
next
out
to
of
fucking semis.
Yeah, it wasn't actually that bad. I was getting pelted with like shit in my car, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I'm like dropping back, and you just hear like, "Doof," like but super loud, like almost in your chest. And
Yeah, there was
I had
big
one
old
pop
piece
right.
of it like just go ripping off into the air.
Yeah, when I was a cop, we had a girl, her tire blew up next to her window, and fucking part of the tire blew in through the window. I don't know if it
Jesus.
decapitated her or almost
Oh,
decapitated her.
what?
There
She
you go.
died?
Yeah, oh yeah, she died of shit. Like, it just blew up, like, right next to the window, and just all that rubber and glass.
Oh.
It has that.
Because she was rolling, she went to go past the semi and just riding along. I was like, that's why, no, when you do that shit, you pass those
You
fuckers.
fly
Like,
'em.
get past them. Like, even most cops, like, if they see it, they're not going to fuck with you because it's dangerous to lay next to a semi like that. Like, if you're getting around it, just get around it and then deal with it. Because
I feel like it's dangerous to be
that's just
behind them, too,
Yeah.
and in
oh,
front
yeah.
of them.
Because, it's not like they could stop. They can't do
Well,
shit.
Chase, you've been hit by a semi.
Lane has been hit by a semi.
Oh, sorry, Chase. I'm looking at you, Lane. I'm like, Chase.
Chase is in his semi,
Lane got
tries
hit by
to
a
hit
semi.
me.
I'm not thinking about Chase over here.
It was me that hit him.
I got
on
rear-ended by a
purpose.
fucking semi.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was fucking scary as fuck.
I got hit by a semi, but it was Chase's. It wasn't that scary.
Speaking of
Yeah.
yesterday,
His dick?
yesterday I was
Dude, so
carrying
when
a-
did this happen? I'm sorry. No, I want to get back to Lane getting fucking hit by a semi truck.
Oh, yeah.
Long time ago.
No, go on. No, I want to hear Chase's
What
thing.
happened? Did you die?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Did you dead?
Did you dead?
This podcast
Did you
is
die?
really happening.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm glad you made it for the podcast.
Sold my car.
I appreciate
It's okay.
that. Well, I would hope so.
No, I just picked up a trailer yesterday that was way overweight, and I should have took a
And you
different
killed
truck.
a person?
No, I should have taken a different truck, and I went out of this driveway onto the highway, and the legs on the trailers.
Yeah.
Fucking
Scraping
hit-
hard.
No, it hit the fucking road,
Ooh.
and it fucking bent up.
Oh shit.
In the trailer, like I couldn't drop it, so I had to sit there for 6 hours until they got two tow
Oh,
trucks
damn.
on each side of me to pick
It
the
was
trailer up
basically
off of me.
It was basically like wedged or like.
Well, if I would have pulled my trailer out from underneath,
It would've-
because only one leg was working and the other one was just kind of crooked, but there's so much weight that the whole trailer would have just flipped over.
Oh, fuck.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
Wow. What
Pretty
was
stupid.
it?
it's just a bunch of
Oh.
antique shit,
Glad you're alive.
fucking
Fuck.
couches and furniture. They just
Wow.
packed it like 40,000 pounds, way too heavy.
How about next time we podcast and we go with anybody got any new stories? We start with, did you try and die this week?
So,
Fuck.
was that Council Bluffs or Omaha?
It was Lincoln.
Oh, the wild card.
Damn, dude. That's
Gotta have
craziness.
one of those every year, every week.
Although I guess I didn't really know that's what you did. You drove trucks.
Yeah, then my fucking airbags blew out on the truck because it was
Oh,
way too heavy.
shit.
Damn.
So
Wait, on the way? After all that happened?
No, when
I
I
was like, right when that
I
happened.
fucking broke the leg and I was stuck in the middle of traffic, so I had to get out and fucking like try to crank it up when it was crooked, and I finally got it up. Then I got to where I was supposed to drop the trailer off, and I was backing up, and then my fucking airbags on my semi blew up, and I was like, "Fuck, this is like the worst
Jesus.
day ever."
That was today?
That was yesterday.
Oh.
Jesus.
Christ, man. Is that why you had to work late today?
Yeah, because you breaking trucks and shit.
Well, I sat in Lincoln for like 5 hours.
Damn.
Just sat in the truck, waiting for the tow trucks and my boss.
Oh, is that why you were on Facebook all day long?
Was I?
Did your phone die?
Well, I imagine they have to have like
No.
special trucks to come
bring a
get
charger.
your guys' shit. Like, you don't just get your normal AAA tow.
Well, we had to bring the bigger truck because once I pulled the small truck out from underneath when they took the big fucking tow trucks
Yeah.
and like flip trailers over.
Yeah.
that's what they had to get.
That's what I figured.
Jesus.
So
Then
you
they
gotta
lifted
wait
that
for
up,
off
and then
that
I
shit.
got out from underneath. And the airbags, that's just like the shocks on a car. Like, if you don't have airbags, you're just fucking bouncing all over the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go like fucking 50 all the way back from Lincoln to Omaha.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where was this at in Lincoln?
Like 48th and like, off of there.
Just some, like, industrial spot
It's
or
called
whatever?
Out of the Box. Some antique shop that's moving all their shit. So
And you almost destroyed it all.
They were moving all their shit.
it wasn't my fault because he told us the wrong weight.
Oh, he lied about how much weight he loaded in there.
Yeah.
Well, like, that guy's going to have
So did you guys
scale.
like grab some of his antiques? Like, here's an antique bat, and just beat his ass.
So you're like not at fault for this shit and anything?
No, I'm not in trouble.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but
That's still fucking scary, man. That's
Like,
yeah.
how are you going to know? How would they even know what it weighs?
There's weight
That's
places,
what I was saying.
They're things called scales.
No, not at their fucking shop. They just load all their shit on the trailer thinking like...
Well, yeah, they go by their inventory and
Yeah.
they're like, this is here, so
What
the
it
total weight
weighs.
should be this. But if they lie about it,
I've had to work
Or
jobs.
just like a
Where we-
lot of ounces or pounds
No,
that
he
they
did-
round off.
He just had the scale ticket from the train from when it came in on the train. And he's like, well, fuck,
I
I'll
just
just load it the
passed
same.
it all on. Just
I'll just load it the same on this trailer.
There's
a fucking train.
What train?
The shit comes from like Denver or something on a train and then goes
Do you
to
know how
Wow.
transport works?
Well, I thought it was like an antique shop, though, so I figured this shit's been sitting there for years.
Well, he just had the scales from the train.
It was obviously
From
made
50
up,
years
though.
ago.
in like a
Yeah.
fucking big cargo.
So all this
box.
information got fucked up probably from when it was like shipped originally.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets lazy and they're just like, we just use the same
That
weight
or they
as
get
they pass it on.
I made it up.
billed by
Yeah.
based on weight. Yeah, it's only 20 ton. I'll pay half
Until you
price.
show up to work tomorrow and you find out somebody got busted for trying to bring an extra 8 keys of fucking Coke. And they're like, oh, that explains why the weight was
why
off.
it
Was it antique Coke?
He was from Russia.
Did it still work?
Oh, shit.
The guy's from Russia. So
Hey.
The
it
antique
could be.
shop?
That antique furniture weighs a shit ton.
Why
so.
does a Russian guy have an antique shop in Nebraska?
I don't fucking know. How would I know?
It's the front.
Yeah. Which is front. Right.
Russia
Yeah.
been around longer than America?
Antique
They got
shop.
old shit.
No, they haven't. It was
Yeah, they
USSR.
Antique cocaine.
Technically, it's not even Russia. It's not even USSR. It's whatever.
The Soviet
Shut up.
Union.
The
Yes.
area existed before.
Trailer good. Take.
So did you like go
Take
back
cocaine.
and
I mean antiques.
did you just like go back inside and be like, kind of got your trailer stuck?
Well, I call my boss. I'm like, I'm having trouble over
That's
here.
exactly what the semi driver said to me when he hit me. Well, I called my boss. And I'm like, well, I called the sheriff.
Well, looks like we're sitting here.
Yeah. So, Russian assets.
Russians fucked me, man. Yesterday.
Well,
He's a cool guy though.
You know, Russians are making money,
Just get your weights together.
but are college athletes making enough money?
I don't think college athletes make any money at this moment.
Well, apparently
Well.
now it's legal for them to get paid.
Nice segue.
No, they're working.
Oh, now
on
it is?
We're working on it.
NCAA made a ruling
Working
today.
on it. Have you read about this?
Yes, to start
What about
the
Reggie
process.
They're starting
of
the
it.
process.
Yes.
Okay, but it's a
After
stack of-
California forced the issue.
Well,
essentially.
yeah, California started it, but if you also look at like some of the shit they say, which I'm sure it's in there somewhere, they were like, "Yeah, we're all about it as long as it agrees with the NCAA's policies."
It doesn't
already.
agree with their policies.
Exactly, that's the point. Is like it doesn't, but they're like their statement was like, "Yeah, we're fine with it as long as it agrees with the policies of the NCAA that have already been set down." It's like, well, the policies say we can't do this,
Yeah.
so it's just a start.
Better
There's gonna be
change your
so much shit.
policies.
Yeah. And I hate these fuckers. There's people coming out and they're like, well, their tuition is like, that's what they get paid and all that shit. I'm like, if you show up for a job.
Yeah, but why do they need that money?
Like, well, no, but it's like to live.
How do you pay for toothpaste?
Yeah, like they can't have jobs. They're at fucking practice 80 hours a week. Yeah. Like their football is their job.
Well,
but they don't get paid for it.
A bigger thing, though, too, in a sense, is that a lot of kids get this idea or sold to them this way when they pick the college they go to, like, hey, you're going to be able to go to the NFL. Then they get injured, and then they get their scholarship removed, and so they're not getting the education that they were promised because now they're damaged goods, And I think a lot of them is like, I want to take what I can get then. If you're going to use me up and chew me up and spit me out, and, if God forbid they have horrible injuries or whatever happened to them that derail their career, that's kind of those people that are saying, we should be paid.
Yeah, and they should be. Well,
and a lot of what they're talking about is stuff like video games using their likeness and things of that.
Even simple things is like autograph signings, jerseys, things like that. And
exactly.
It's shit like
colleges are making money off of that exact same thing.
And a lot of people are bitching,
but they're
saying,
like, "It's me.
We don't want Nebraska to have to pay for it." It's like, well, the school doesn't pay for them. Because there was a settlement long time ago because somebody tried to come back at a college saying, well, my son or husband or whatever played for you and he died because of what you put him through. And so they're like, well, they're not our employers. They're student athletes, so we're not responsible for insurance and reparations and all that shit. So that was became a big thing. That was in the 70s or 80s. And so ever since then, that's where the student athlete term comes from. And so ever since then, they're like, well, they're not employees, so blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, if this happens, we can't do this because then we'll be paying our students or whatever. It's like they're not. The money's not coming through you. They set up their own deals. If you're fucking, not Taylor Martinez. Shit, I feel so
Adrian.
bad. I feel
he acts like.
I
Taylor
feel like
sometimes.
I feel bad for Adrian that I called him Taylor.
I don't. He throws like him sometimes.
Oh no, that kid's got an arm. Anyway, so. If Adrian Martinez wanted to go do an autograph signing, he could go do an autograph signing. Guess what? He's not getting paid by the university. It's by Mangelsons or
whoever
Husker Hounds hires him.
Whatever.
But he should be able to get paid to sit there for a couple hours and sign autographs.
Let me ask you a question though. So what if I'm in college and there's something crazy I do that's not athletics, and maybe I don't even have a scholarship, but then people want to pay me for my autograph.
Teaching,
why should I have my shit revoked from the NCAA? Or even if I have a scholarship that's non-athletic.
Because if you're non-athletic, you're not dealing with the NCAA.
It's still a scholarship, though. I don't know.
Yeah, what if you're teaching rats how to drive cars?
Yeah.
What if I'm selling...
I'm pretty sure that's research funds.
Here's something that a lot of colleges set up, though, is that places for people to work at car dealerships. And they literally work for half an hour, and they don't do anything. They sit around and kick cans in the back. Yeah, pretty much. And they get paid $20 an hour, and they'll fudge how many hours they work, But what if I'm legitimately trying to sell cars, but because I'm a popular college athlete, I attract more customers? You're going to hold that against me?
Yeah, it's screwed up, especially the billions of dollars that these kids...
But there also have to be a limit to it, right?
I don't know if you can cap how much money somebody can make.
Based on how popular
it's a capitalist
you are.
society, man.
Yeah.
Make your money. Get out.
But I'm just worried about more them focusing on making money and not actually playing a sport.
Dude, they're all making money. A lot of the big name guys are making money now. It's all, and they're doing a whole investigation. The shit going on in college basketball right now, with all the schools getting in trouble with Adidas and Nike,
including Creighton.
Sending students to certain schools that represent certain shoe brands. The Adidas is the big one right now that's been in the news. Where they're hunting down kids in junior high and high school, sometimes even in grade school,
Nebraska.
And directing them what college to go to because that's a college that represents them. They're going to make more money. The students getting paid under the table. All it is trying to bring more of it to the front. But you know what? It's happening.
Yeah.
You're already busting schools for it. Just fucking pay the kids legally.
I mean, kids have been getting money from boosters for years. I mean, it's been going on. It's just
it's kind of like alcohol, when they made it illegal in Prohibition. People are going to do it. All right?
Yeah, for
Do you
sure.
want to just keep fucking ruining people's futures because of it, or just make it legal?
And in your
can be
point where you said they were
regulated,
worried
though.
about and worried, more about making money than athletics, well, nobody's going to pay a shitty football player to represent their company.
I think that's the exact point too. It's like if you get injured
Like, you
and your
better be
career's
good,
over,
and then
you're
we'll
done.
pay you.
Your scholarship's revoked. You're
Yeah.
not in school anymore.
How you gonna
I was
make-
promised an education. Now I got to pay $30,000 a year out of pocket.
But if he happened to be popular
But if you
amongst the community,
broke
he'd be
your
like, still do
leg-
commercials for Nebraska Furniture Mart or something, you know. And
A lot of those guys do it after college too. Eric Crouch, shit, dude.
Wow.
He still walks around with his Heisman in a fucking high security briefcase everywhere he goes.
he got hit in the NFL and didn't like it and decided to sell insurance.
Yeah.
Health insurance.
I thought he's a
I'm pretty
nurse.
sure it's playground equipment.
Whatever.
I thought he was some
Whatever.
kind of
He didn't like getting hit by men. He was like, nope, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, no.
So I
I'm
think they're
for it.
entitled, man. Hey,
I'm for it.
if you want to put my face on a video game, but I don't get money out of it, fuck you. Like,
I just don't want it to
Yeah,
take
that
up
part's
their
fucked up.
time. Like they're supposed to be also in college and also dedicating time.
Well,
to
there's
an
still
athlete.
rules that say you have to maintain a certain grade point average and have a
Yeah.
certain attendance.
Yeah, you can
There's
still do that.
That still exists in the
That's true.
NCAA.
Okay,
It
you're
has
right.
nothing to do with you making money.
that's
and
a
like
good
I said, if
point,
it affects
but-
your football game, nobody's
You
going
had
to
a
pay
job
a
in
shitty
college.
player.
I had a job in college.
Yeah, but we weren't playing sports.
Well,
The college
yeah, I'm not
wasn't-
playing sports, but
But-
we're talking about them making money, like signing autographs.
There's other athletes that have to have, people in the golf program or the swimmers, and, they have to have jobs because nobody's getting
Yeah, sailors or whatever.
Yeah, whatever shitty sport that nobody watches, they have to have jobs. So it's just
Or
like,
they just
there's
call
no
their mom
different.
and dad. call daddy up.
But if they could, if they get a hold of some boat company that their name is popular amongst sailing,
Yeah.
hey, this guy's #1 ranked amateur sailor in the world. Come meet him, and he can make some
Rower.
money off of it. Let him. Shit, like, who are you? And like I said, it's not coming from the universities. They're not like, the only way that would happen is if the universities were like a go in between, like, we'll find you sponsors, we'll get you jobs, we'll get you this, and we'll get you that. And then, well, now you're talking about employees, which is what they're trying to avoid. So they're like, we don't want this to happen because that'll happen. If you let them set up their own shit, you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Yeah, it's going to open a can of worms, essentially. But they're actually being
but
quite...
what doesn't? I mean,
They're trying to actually get it onto the ballot
oh yeah.
or whatever in 2020. So something could take effect in 2021.
Well, that's the thing is, California's
few years
already
out.
started it. And now,
No.
because California's starting the whole thing, I think they've actually
They have-
filed
They
a
still
thing.
have, California still has to wait for the NCAA.
Well, yeah,
and,
but they've actually started it, which kind of forced other places to do it.
yeah.
So hopefully,
Well, now and the board voted unanimously.
And think about it, well,
to
and-
just let's do it.
and I don't get this either. Is it since it doesn't come from the school, it comes from boosters, which everything else does anyway. Don't you
and TV
think,
deals for major college sports.
Don't you think Nebraska, as home of the Oracle of Omaha, he would be happy to donate some money to pay for some better athletes to see the Huskers do better?
I know that's not what they're talking about. Though, is paying you to come to a school.
Well, no, but if Warren Buffett, it'd be like, dude, Warren Buffett lives in Omaha. If you come here, you can get sponsorship dealerships with Warren Buffett. Oh, no shit. Yeah. Oh, cool. Whatever it is, sell insurance, whatever. But you can make money from Warren Buffett. Like,
But see how that can
this would make it legal for him to do that. And we have one of the richest people in the world in our state. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that help us to get better athletes? Saying, hey, you can make money selling his stuff because it's Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
That would help us.
But then there also still needs to be regulation to make sure these athletes are actually doing work.
Well, that's what Derek was
Their
saying. Is
likeness
there's still
using-
you got to have standards on GPA, attendance.
they have that
Yeah.
now. They're not talking about
I
changing
know.
that.
I'm more worried about like time.
Yeah.
How much time someone's spending on an endorsement,
Well, you'll
if
find
they're not
out.
performing
You'll
because they're
find
spending
out with
too
the
much
GPA
time, then that's
and-
their fault.
yeah.
They're not going to be on the team. They're going to get kicked out because their grade point average is
That's
suffering.
Yeah,
What about the players that never play? Are they going to get paid?
If their game faces on a video game, then they might get $5.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
they should get paid after they graduate for being on the video game.
maybe if you don't play,
What if you don't graduate, but you're still in
You
a video
don't get
game?
no pay.
maybe if
Yeah.
you don't play, you need to decide, hey, I want to go to this school where I play more, and maybe I can make more money.
I think I'm going to come
Which
back
is
to
fine. I got no
Lane's
problem with
point
that.
about
Could happen.
California. This is something we talked about before on the show. Was even if the NCAA, let's say everything passes in California, and whatever's going on with the NCAA does not go through. I think that it wouldn't hurt California. The NCAA said we'll kick those schools out. kids are gonna, if they have a chance to make money, they're gonna probably want to go there. And the NFL, NBA, MLB, they don't give a shit. Talent's talent. If those kids want to make money, they're going to California. All the other schools aren't doing it. That's why NCAA is voting on it now.
For sure.
Because they know that.
They're worried about, kids are going to skip a bowl game naturally.
Kids come from?
Yeah.
California.
California, Texas, and Florida.
Yeah. Alabama. Well, the South.
California is going to get most of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that many California recruits work out. For Nebraska, it seems
not for us, but it's funny enough coming from Nebraska or California to Nebraska.
I heard Frost was trying to...
I don't know if you ever had that switch. It's a bit of a culture shock.
Frost was trying to cut the California ties.
Speaking of cuts...
Well, he probably thought a bunch of them were pussies.
Washington.
Half of them fucking left.
Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
We talked about this.
Was it actually decided? Did he actually get cut?
He's off the team as well as two
as
others.
Of now.
And two others.
Oh, and two. Well, Miles Jones.
And that was what I was curious is like, Mike Jones, why
tipping on fofos.
Right? Why did that happen right before a game? Like, do you feel like that kind of caused a little team discord? To like have some players cut.
Has he even played yet this year?
Oh yeah, he's played.
Who, Maurice?
Yeah,
Washington been playing a lot.
He's pretty much been on every game.
Yeah,
he can play.
I thought he was suspended recently.
He was for half a game. Like the first half, he was sat out. But then, I mean, he's a playmaker. He makes shit happen.
But
so he can't go somewhere else.
Not as much.
Well, no, but still,
he's got all this shit going on, though. You know, it's hard to fucking concentrate. You're in a legal battle. He's probably not even just focusing on football.
But I tell you what,
lawyer conversation.
As far as the players that we have, he's one of the better ones. And if Frost is willing to fucking kick him off the team because of some shit, that kind of gives me a little faith in Frost that he stands for some shit. Like,
Frost is like,
if he's like, hey, he fucked up, I'm like, well, he's our best running back. Yeah, but he fucked up. Like, okay.
I think Robinson's better.
Well, Robinson, I don't know if he's not really just a running back.
You're right.
He's kind
of neither is Washington. Washington's like wide receiver.
Back. Well, Washington was even bigger. I think Washington was like 190 something.
Yeah, he's bigger, but Washington's lined up as a wide receiver before.
Well, of course.
I'll take a White Claw, please.
That's Frost's offense. That's what he does. Bev Bim, come on.
But I just feel like that's never a good way to unify a team by kicking people off. You know, don't kick them off. Just sit them. I saw that.
But I also, from things I've heard, wasn't. I mean, it was obviously his decision, but there were players that were kind of like what the fuck, like almost like he was getting away with shit. So I think sometimes if something like that happens,
I never heard that.
I guess it was put as he was a bad teammate, and I think part of that was because he was pouting in the last game because he wasn't either doing good or they weren't doing good, and he would just like pout or whatever, and he'd sit by himself, and they were just like, you're just not
good for morale.
Yeah, like, and I think it was more of that than.
So we taking bets on whether or not he's getting in trouble in California?
I don't even think. Well, I don't think that matters as far as whether his status with the team. Obviously, if he gets in a lot of trouble, he'd probably be off the team. But this not being part of the team has nothing to do with him being in the California thing.
I think I agree with that. But I wouldn't say I think it's actually pretty obvious that he's kind of guilty.
Well, obviously he's guilty.
He sent the
video sent it from his phone to that phone.
Like, there's no question if he's guilty, if he's going to get charged.
I still feel like the context of it all is kind of bullshit to me.
Yeah, you're a 17-year-old kid. You did something dumb.
So can he still play for another team?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
NFL could still draft him, technically.
Dude, Ray Rice beat that shit. Well, I guess he
didn't
come back, but I think
is he a senior?
No, but he has enough eligibility.
Sophomore, I think.
He's good. 2 years of college experience is all the NFL requires.
He might have to sit up like a year or something for a transfer.
Well, the NFL will take him for sure.
If he transfers somewhere.
They take all the woman beaters and rapists and...
Yeah,
he just did kiddie porn. He hasn't like beaten anybody. I think you got to beat your wife.
He was beating his meat on that girl's head.
He just did kiddie porn.
Yeah, he didn't like beat his wife. Like the NFL has standards, dude. Like, come on.
He was beating his meat on that chick's head.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
I've seen it.
You know a little bit about that, don't you?
No, I've never done that.
Not to a minor, as I'm saying.
Oh, well, no.
You never just smacked the girl in the face?
Just you.
Just give him a mushroom stamp?
I used to wake a girlfriend up like that.
With a mushroom stamp?
Yep.
A little tea bag in the morning?
Yeah, I worked overnights. She'd work in the morning. I'd come home from work, and I just walk up to her and thump, thump, right on the forehead. Knock that shit off.
What is that?
That's her alarm clock?
Yep. Basically, I would do it like a couple minutes before her alarm went off, because I'd just be sitting there chilling, just got home, and I would just walk up, what the? You motherfucker. I'm like, wake up, time to get up.
I'm sure she didn't go, ow. She probably went,
Oh, no, she didn't say ow.
she probably thought it was part of the pillow.
Yeah, she did. She was like, stop tickling me.
This fleshy pillow.
Fleshy pillow.
Are you poking me with a toothpick?
Quit poking me with that toothpick.
I told you, I don't Q-tip my ears. Get away.
I like them dirty.
But
So
yeah,
what if
that's
she did that to you, though?
With her penis?
I'm all about it. Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah.
No,
She's
just
gonna
put some-
smack her dick on my face.
No.
I probably wouldn't like that.
Oh, we broke up after
Clit.
that.
Just put
Clit
some, yeah,
stamp.
like
Yeah, I'm like, she would give, yeah.
You ever been clit stamped?
She would give
like
me
a
little Clinton
Targaryen
stamp, I'll be
sigil.
all right.
little button stamp around your forehead.
It's all wrinkly.
Bean stamp.
A little clam slap. I'll take a clam slap. I don't mind.
Clam slam?
I mean, I prefer that on my
Definitely.
Sunday mornings.
Definitely.
Clam slam.
You know the best part of waking up? Clam stamp right
In your cup.
face.
You just wake up
part of
suffocating?
waking
Oh, okay.
Wow, we got off topic quick.
Yeah.
Although I guess we were talking
Clam
about kitty
stamping.
porn, so it just fucking went
Clam
there.
stamping.
But yeah, so anyway, so I don't know.
Well, did we have a topic we were?
That's
even
hard to
We were
say
talking about
fast.
Maurice Washington.
Well, but even before that, that's not.
What's up with the NCAA?
Yeah.
Well,
getting
yeah, the
paid.
NCAA, and you just scrolled down and it went to getting, yeah, and then we just got to Maurice Washington, and
Clam
but yeah, so I
stamping.
don't know, whatever.
It's okay.
Apparently the Huskers suck again, but I'm okay.
Hey,
with
before we go on to baby busting,
Whoa, what's
it.
that?
Wow,
are you still going to
busting babies.
True Rest Float Spa?
I am. I had a little issue with them recently,
Oh.
but I think they're back again.
You shit in the fucking pod.
No, I was like it was the weirdest thing. Like I got an email and they were like your payment information was declined or whatever. They're like usually it just means like I just didn't update my debit card. I was like, oh shit, yeah, my bad. So they're like, call us and we'll rearrange it. And it was like they hit me up on like the 17th, which like I said, my new floats are on the 19th. So I was like, oh, I want to make sure I get my shit because it also says you know all your things are suspended until we figure it out. So I was like, oh fuck, let me call them up. So I called them up. I got no answer. Okay, cool. Call them up like the next day. Then it was like, oh, we're closed for construction for a couple days, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like
There was no email?
yeah, I'm like, there was no way to, and so like you can leave a message, and then I got a hold of him one day, and I was like, yeah, I need to update my information, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I can't really do that. We just like answering service, and I was like, what the, like, seriously, like, if I wasn't trying to give them money, I would have been felt like I was getting ripped off, like.
Yeah.
Take my money. Like, what's going on? Like, they're literally like.
Well,
I can't find them to give them my money. So
if they would have took your money and then said,
well, they never took
it was
my
under
money because
construction.
they said my card was declined, so they didn't have my money. They were like, "We want your," but I just couldn't get a hold of them. Well, then finally, I was like, "Screw it, I'll just go there." So I rolled up there because I was happened to be in the area, and they were like there, and it had been a couple days, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we finally just reopened." Like they had some issues, and they were like, "I was like, I need to re-update my information," and they were like, "What's your name? I bet you we were getting ready to call you." And I was like, Tony. And they were like, oh, yep, there you are. I was like the third name on the list of people they were getting ready to call to do all of it. So I was like, oh, okay. But now I have like 2 free ones. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so
Nice.
I'm going to go back again. But you guys will have to pay for your next ones. Because I got my niece, and then I got Julie I got everybody in line. But if you guys want to go again, yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know. They're flirting,
They
like
keep
whispering
fucking
into each
looking at
other's
me
ears
and
and shit.
You guys, there's nothing going on. Don't worry about what Derek and I are
Whatever.
discussing, okay?
That side of the table rose up like
Council
3
Bluffs
inches. I
or-
don't know what's going on.
Omaha. Is that what we're talking about? You guys, you got
I have
one
a
lined
social
up?
disorder. That's what's going on.
Welcome back to Trash Talk.
Hey,
Let's talk some trash.
Let's talk some trash. We got an Omaha or Council Bluffs story. Derek, go.
Recent story. On October 19th, officers responded to a radio call for suspicious activity. A suspect, later identified as, all caps, Kreisel Matthew, was seen in a department store after using a fraudulent credit card the day before. Officers arrived at the scene and detained the subject. The auto theft unit conducted an investigation and were able to determine the vehicle the suspect arrived in, a black Chrysler 200, had stolen license plates attached to the vehicle. The vehicle also contained 9 laptop computers, numerous DeWalt power tools, credit cards, blank credit card strips, credit card making machine, numerous IDs, and various burglary tools.
Okay, so the guy's active.
Yeah, extremely active. Like basically everything about him was stolen.
This
Yeah.
honestly could be both. Why would you hit both? Omaha
You
and
know,
Council
I'm
Bluffs?
thinking Omaha, just because of the power tools.
I feel like Omaha as well.
The power tools. The power tools, I think, gave it away.
If this helps at all, after everything they found and tracing things back, and I think they even did some computer searching, they were able to identify
That's
13
Omaha
different
computers.
victims that had been allegedly had some
Hacked.
sort of theft, whether
Yeah.
identity or otherwise.
It has to be Omaha because Omaha has computers.
Great.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Council Bluffs.
Totally.
I like I said, as soon as I heard power tools,
Since
I said Omaha.
But if I said hand cranking tools, would that have changed your answer?
No, but power tools, and there was something before that that kind of made me think Omaha. I forgot what it was.
Computers.
No, it was before that. It was I forgot what it was, but he was just reading it, and I was just like, "Yep, I would guess Omaha."
9 laptop computers. That was right
No,
before the only
no.
thing before.
No, it wasn't necessarily what he stole.
All right.
I think it was part of the story.
Black Chrysler 200.
Yeah, because I was like, it was a Chrysler 300.
I think
would
the
say
car
Council
was
Bluffs.
legal, but it was a license plate that were fake.
If you said Chrysler
Stolen.
300, I would guess Council Bluffs. But if it's a Chrysler 200, that's got to be Omaha. No, but there was something else in there that made me think Omaha.
it's
but
Omaha.
As soon as you said power tools, I was like, that's got to
Did
be
I
Omaha.
make you think it was Omaha at all? No. By looking at me?
No, you didn't
Okay.
at all. You didn't give anything away.
What
All
is
right.
it, Derek? Drum roll.
Omaha.
Oh, wow.
Son of a bitch. Butthole.
Oh, and there was no meth involved. So I don't think, that's...
True, there was no
Yeah.
meth involved.
Generally, if I hear meth, I think Council Bluffs. Power tools, I think Omaha.
So I got a story. Or Omaha Council Bluffs.
All right.
This city thinks that it's a good idea to put up art that people make on meth.
Oh,
Council Bluffs.
Council
Council
Bluffs?
Bluffs.
That's actually a trick question. It's both. It's both.
Oh, we can
I-
pick Lincoln too.
Yeah, you
I
could
was gonna
think.
say, is
I
it
mean,
Lincoln?
there might be some meth art in Lincoln. Who knows? I mean, a lot of artists are on meth.
I thought I heard something about
Anywhere in the Midwest probably has
some
meth
weird
art.
shit like that. Is
Yeah.
that like what is that? Something
It's the meth art in Council
they're-
Bluffs.
yeah,
the
and they're just like leaving it
statues.
up, calling it art. Like they're actually like, no, this is like it's culture, and this is like
Here, smoke this, you'll get it.
Yeah, you gotta smoke to make
Yeah.
it look good. Holy shit, that does look great.
It's like someone ripped some copper off a building. And they're like, "Oh, it's art. It's art now."
Do y'all ever think we lived in a fucked up place of the world?
Yeah,
The Midwest,
we do.
Omaha, fucking Lincoln, Council Bluffs area, like just this whole area. Like, I don't know.
It's a beautiful area.
What was somebody
Especially
trying
on
to?
meth.
Somebody, I guess they did a Saturday Night Live skit not too long ago about people trying to do Nebraska accents. I don't know. Somebody sent it to me on a Facebook thing, and they're
Well, we just sound like
I just
normal
never
people.
watched it, but I was like, I don't know. But there was all these actors and actresses from Saturday Night Live.
Were they trying to be
And
like?
they were
Larry the
trying to
Cable
do
Guy?
Nebraska accents. I was like, I don't know.
And what they sound like?
Did we?
I didn't watch it.
They
That's what I'm
use
saying. I was
us
asking if
in,
anybody
in
else
call
watched it.
centers because we have kind of a. Technically, we would have an accent, but it's so nondescript. It's just, oh yeah, these people actually pronounce things the way they're supposed to be pronounced.
It's just generic that it's acceptable to like everybody. Like
I mean, if you were trying to do an accent, you would be reading out of like a thesaurus or a dictionary and looking at the way they phonetically spell the word out. You know.
But then again, I mean, I've never SNL. Yeah,
There it is. Which one is it?
I think actors struggle with SNL sketch. Hit the top link.
Oh, this was a recent episode.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I said October 19th for the story. So yeah, 2 weeks ago. Not even, week and a half ago.
But yeah, I don't know. I for the longest time, I never realized I had an accent. I figured being in the middle of the country, we wouldn't really have one. I've
It
never
just
heard-
says speak with a normal American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
And
say
right
so
here,
too.
so.
They start.
I mean, I've been on both coasts, been in major cities, and there's people with the accents.
That's what they're saying. What they ended up doing.
they
not
did
how
a
to
deep
do it.
south instead of Nebraska
Yeah.
because they don't understand how to do Nebraska.
because there is no accent. You just talk fucking normal.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of major cities on everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah,
And
I've never
the
listened
classic-
to one person talk and went, "That dude's from Nebraska."
Yeah. No, either you have the accent of the city or you sound just like we talk. You know, like, do you pick up the accent, the inflection, or you just talk normal?
Yeah,
Our accent is a lack of an accent.
I used to get that all the time. Like when I lived in Colorado, people, you got an accent. Where are you from? Nebraska.
Yeah.
You mean I
Because it's like
Do you mean I
correctly?
speak normal and boring?
because they've
Like,
never heard people talk normal.
Yeah.
you know?
When we
Like,
went to Canada, they said we talk slower, and they could tell that we were like a little slower. I guess I don't know.
Well, we might be retarded. We got lead.
Shocker. There's a
Slower.
difference between a Canadian and a Nebraska accent. Yeah, of
you know,
course.
we don't like slur our words together like in some sort of you know.
Hey,
unless
there's
we're
a show.
drinking.
There's a show you should check out called Letterkenny. Takes place in Canada.
Yeah.
You want to hear some shit? Watch
Them
them people
fuckers,
talk.
yeah.
Holy shit! I don't know if that's actually how they talk. But
So,
fuck.
but this makes me wonder. When do you watch SNL?
Not anymore. I haven't watched SNL in a
Yeah.
long
Does
time.
anyone here?
No, I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason I get, like I said, the only reason I knew about this is somebody sent it to me.
I'll watch some of the cold
Clips are
opens.
fun, but-
Some of the cold opens are
I
funny
just-
because I think they put a lot of time into those. But
Yeah.
I just don't think it's funny at all.
no, it's
Like
not.
it was funny like in the '90s and
With Will Ferrell and
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people say that. like,
mean-
but it,
Well, it's
it
true,
must
though.
mean it's true, I guess. But it was, I mean, yeah, Farley, Sandler, Chris Rock, all
They
it's David
I
Spade,
feel
all
like
those
they haven't
guys. Like,
had an outstanding
Phil Hartman.
character. Anyone that really like takes
that
the,
lady's pretty funny. That does like the.
but I haven't seen it enough to know if
Justin
there
Bieber.
are
I don't know what her
constant, outstanding
Oh,
characters.
The Ghostbuster girl.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, Kate-
she's funny as
She
shit.
is. She's good, but
And
White girl?
well, to be fair, one of the last ones I watched was when Catherine Wiig was on it. Like I used to like her characters, and is it Wig?
Catherine Wiig, oh, yeah.
Wig,
Wig. Yeah.
Wig, yeah.
Yeah, they just had Chance the Rapper on.
Even not that far
he
back,
wasn't-
I watched it then, and it was
Chance
good.
the Rapper wasn't the musical guest. He was the host, actually, or whatever.
And he wasn't the musical guest.
Yeah.
Was he funny?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
I don't know. I didn't watch
I just
it.
know he was on. And I was like, oh, maybe
I don't actually
sounds
watch
fucking
his shit.
stupid.
maybe I should watch that.
But
But I
yeah,
did.
no, I haven't watched that
So-
live for a long time. But it always reminds me of back in the day. It's old
God, you're old.
back in the day story.
Back
No,
in the day.
I used to
That's
live
an
with-
old
I
man
used to
for
live with
you.
my grandma, and every Saturday we would just she would babysit me on Saturday nights, and we would rotate between Saturday Night Live or
Mad TV.
no
Murder,
Mad TV.
She
No,
Wrote.
this was before Mad TV
Mad
came
TV
out.
was
really?
This was
I like
like it
Mad
was
TV.
either Saturday Night Live. There'd be like a wrestling show.
Star Trek was on
Like
at that
Saturday
time.
night's main event or
Reruns.
something, and then there was like Elvira's,
Xena.
Oh, what was the
Oh,
other
Elvira, I
one?
watched
the
a lot of that.
Elvira's thing,
Tales of the Crypt.
and then
Tales of the
Oh,
Crypt.
In Living Color.
Oh, yeah.
That was
But
funny.
yeah, so we used to rotate, and it was like every
you
week
ever watch
she would pick something
The
different. I'd
Apollo?
pick something. And
At the Apollo.
no, we didn't watch a lot of that. We watched a lot of roller derby. I love that shit still.
I've seen some roller derby here in Council
I want to go
Bluffs.
see some real shit. I want to go like watch roller derby. I don't know why I get.
They
kicked
got
out
it in
of that
Council
shit.
Bluffs, man.
Yeah, well, they got it in Omaha. They got.
It's the Omaha team. It plays in Council Bluffs.
Oh, no
Omaha
shit.
Roller
Is that what it
Girls.
is?
I used to
Yeah.
do
Oh.
the South Omaha parade with them. They'd walk with the Reader and El Perico, who were a sponsor for them. They'd always tease
you
flirt
up?
me. Yeah, pretty much.
So if anybody listening, oh sorry, skip.
Don't worry.
If anybody listening got any connection to those roller derby girls, I do take fantabulous pictures, and I would love to come shoot.
I have a connection.
What's your
I'd love
Come on here,
what's
too.
your studio's name?
Take a shot photography. That's my Facebook page.
Take a
You
shot.
you get an email?
Yeah, well, it's T Skelton.
Okay.
T
Or you,
Skelton.
or you could just email Trash Talk
Or
Omaha.
Trash Talk Omaha. Contact me. Yeah, I mean, there's
You
Feel
might
free to
Tony.
shout.
My name's Tony Skelton. You can hit me up on Facebook. Like, just hit. That's generally the best way to get a hold of me. Because Take a Shot, I just kind of post stuff randomly. But yeah, I'm on T Skelton. But yeah, if anybody knows any connections to these roller derby girls, which apparently somebody does, I would love to go to some events and take
People know
pictures
people.
because I love action shots, man. I love that shit.
Oh, you
Sports
get
and all
some
that.
good action shots.
Yeah,
there.
no, I would love to do that stuff. So
Tits falling out.
Well,
Have you ever been?
I'm
to
not
it?
a pervert. I like taking like pictures, man.
Oh,
You know,
Shit. I mean, I am a pervert, but that's not why I do it. I do like photography.
You know, there is a men's
Where are you going after this?
I don't
roller
care about
derby.
that. I want to see girls throwing bows, man, like dropping in shit.
Yeah, the men's
Yeah.
roller derby sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to care
Girls
about
is
it.
where it's at.
That's what wrestling's for. Like,
Yeah, I'd rather watch
Rather
women's
watch-
soccer,
yeah.
men's soccer.
What about the women's football?
That doesn't exist anymore.
like the lingerie league. Oh,
Yeah.
I felt bad because there's this girl I knew. I don't want to drop her name, but she's fucking awesome. She was built, sexy as fuck, and she kept talking about how she kept getting asked to play this league and play this league. She wanted to do it. I was like, dude, you dominate. Like, you go fuck some people up. But she like blew out her ACL like in her second game. I was like, damn, that was a bad idea, huh? Shit, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But like, yeah, I felt so horrible
Well.
about that. But oh yeah, I'm sorry. I get a
That's
kick out of
football.
that shit.
That's football. You know.
Yeah. I felt bad the first, if you ever watch female MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember the first match I watched, first fight, I guess.
Ooh, them chicks are gross.
Some of them.
Ronda got her ass beat.
Some of them are fucking out. No, I watched the shit way back before Ronda was even a thing.
That's just like the most memorable one.
Well, yeah, I laughed when that shit happened.
Yeah.
I posted pictures of her neck getting fucking kicked because I hated Ronda Rousey. I still do. She's fake as fuck. I don't like her. Anyway, that wasn't the point of that. But like, I remember the first fight I watched. I just had this internal struggle. Like, is this sexy or not? I kind of like it. Like
Should I
these
have
girls
a
are
boner right
because
now?
they were grappling at the time, so I'm like they're wrestling around in tight little shorts, and that's hot. Oh, she just punched the shit out that girl. Oh, damn. Okay, but but they're wrestling. That's kind of hot. I don't know if I like this or not.
I don't know if that cauliflower is
I
hot
was
or
like-
not.
I enjoyed it, and well, it turns out I just like it. I'm a fight fan, and just certain
I mean, every guy in that audience is thinking, just kiss.
y'all should start making out. Like,
Slip a nip.
Punch her in the boob.
half of more than like 90% of them are watching the fight, going, "Is the titty gonna pop out? Come on, let's
Rip her top off.
Just kiss and make
Just
out.
once, pull her top down. I bet you'll win."
They really don't have boobs. Or they might, but they probably...
I think
No,
they're
it's
taped.
sports brought up. Like they're
Yeah.
fucking. I've seen some
Taped
girls like
down.
when you see them out, they're
Their tits out?
no, like when you see them out of the ring.
Oh, their tits. are
I mean,
out.
there's some big chested women, but when you see them fight, they just stuff that shit in there.
Tape them down.
Yeah, it's got to be uncomfortable as fuck. But
Yeah.
I did shit. My first
Pasties.
documentary in school I did was about women and mixed martial arts, and I did some profiles on some girls. One of them was like a Muay Thai kickboxer.
I'd like to see that.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's fucking... the first chick, she was a Muay Thai kickboxer. She was fucking awesome. But, yeah, it was... it was shitty because it was my first documentary I ever did. And it's true. When you do stuff long enough, you go back and look at the first shit you did, and you're like, damn, that was terrible.
Who you calling?
I was trying to look up a story that we skipped a while ago, and I don't know where it's at right now. It was when we thought we were going to have a different guest on, and then we never did it. Here it is.
Oh, so I was like your second choice. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you know who that person is?
No.
Yeah, you showed me. It was like some Congress woman or something. Right? Right?
Oh, what?
Tony's like, she's got my vote.
This is a VI delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett.
Holy shit. Ain't nothing Plaskett about that.
Yeah.
That's all natural.
Two former staffers who worked for the delegate, Stacey Plaskett, facing criminal charges for circulating nude images and videos of her.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, why would they even do that? Why would she...
Who was that? Oh, fuck. Who was that one that just...
What U.S. territory does she represent?
Wasn't there some actress or singer
Virgin
that
Islands?
just
The
got
Virgin
busted
Islands,
out?
Yeah. St.
Anybody
Croix.
keep up with current pervert events? Is it just me? Like,
What was the
That-
pervert event?
that's the we go to Chase for that one.
Well, I was trying, but he was distracted.
Oh, sorry,
Probably by
excuse
some
me,
pervert
what?
Probably
shit.
looking at more perverted
No,
shit.
there was.
I looked these boobs up.
I
again.
forgot who the fuck
Stacey
it was.
Plaskett. Look him
No,
up,
there was
people.
it was an
Congress.
actress or a singer or somebody that like got.
Deep faked.
No, it was like real shit. Like somebody released their shit. Like fuck, I don't
it
remember.
happens
Demi
like every other
Lovato.
week.
Demi Lovato. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is actually.
Singer, I believe.
But apparently Demi Lovato's got some nudes out there now. Apparently somebody fucking threw some shit out and
Look her up.
Why you guys all looked at me like, what are you waiting for?
Like I don't even know who she is. If you showed me a picture, I couldn't tell you if that was Demi Lovato. All I heard is Demi Lovato in naked or something.
Right there, yeah. There.
Like, yeah.
She's on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, there you go.
Leaked on Snapchat.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I still couldn't tell you who that is. Like, I don't know, but
That's
she's
her.
hot.
Apparently.
Yeah, she looks good.
I don't know what the fuck she does.
I'm not angry I looked at this.
I don't know what her purpose of society is other than what I'm seeing, and I appreciate it. What are you doing?
I want to read the full story. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
We can read and...
Yeah, it's like Playboy, man. Yeah,
Do I have to tell
appreciate
you-
the nudes, but I want to know the story.
Do I have to show you
Dude,
the
you know
Playboy
her,
in Braille?
You know
again?
her name now.
Look up the number.
You
Do I
have
have-
the phone. You
Do I have
the
to
phone.
show you the Playboy in Braille again? All right, nobody reads Playboy.
Can you get a little closer shot on them boobs real quick?
Well, give me one moment. I wanted to find out who this lady is. That's
Demi
all.
Lovato?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, so she's a singer.
She's a singer.
Okay, I fucking literally have no clue. I just heard like it was a big thing, and then apparently it was because obviously it was like a top news thing. You got a cricket in here and shit.
She almost died a year ago from addiction struggles.
Yeah, I don't know any of that.
I mean, but don't you want to see her naked?
Well, of course. What was it, Ron White's thing? You see one girl naked, you want to see the rest of them
Yeah, you
naked?
gotta see them all.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight it.
You're not going to find the leaked images on a website
Oh, there it is.
story.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
looking fucking
They're
healthy.
right here, dude.
She
Oh, yeah,
looks fucking
under the
healthy
images
there.
tab, not a story. The story, they're like, oh yeah, anybody can read this, but don't click Google Images. We know if you're underage, you won't do that.
Yeah, you gotta have consent to do that.
Taxi just
Oh my
nude.
God.
I don't want your taxi nudes.
Taxi nudes.
What?
Stacey,
Where are you going?
I wanted to look up that same one.
Oh. Is that her name?
I don't even like her boobs.
Shut the fuck up.
Ugh.
Dude, each one of those boobs is one Demi Lovato. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but she's also a delegate.
It
in
is
the
kind of
fucking-
crazy that, yeah. You always expect some famous person to do porn at some point, so.
I know I said she's
But not a
famous. She's
delegate.
more famous for having her boobs online.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd vote for
But
it.
you guys, if I leave it on this page, we're not going to talk about anything.
Yeah,
for
we're
this.
gonna sit there and stare. Tune in, guys, and listen
Shirley, why
to
don't
some
you shut up?
ASMR of guys looking at boobs.
Can we see her butthole at all?
Should we get the selfie picture now? Like, is this the one we should?
Yes. Chase, this is important stuff. You should be Snapchatting.
Yeah, how are you not Snapchatting right now? Why are you?
Are we okay? Listen.
Why are you being?
Are we gonna talk about baby busting or what?
We can talk about whatever you want. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, baby busting.
Baby busting.
there.
I don't think it's what you think it is.
Well, we talk about baby busting. Chase is gonna Snapchat.
I don't worry about
Tell
that.
us
I pull
about
out.
the baby busters.
You're talking about the baby boomers?
What are the babies busting? Baby boomers busting.
Well, basically, with the current election cycle, unless something crazy happens, we're looking at having, for the first time in U.S. elections, somebody over 70 getting elected to be president.
Oh, this is a great topic.
And
From where you went from fucking Demi Lovato naked to... So we got an old president
if
coming.
you have a boner right now, prepare to deflate.
Yeah, we're
And this is where all the
we're about to
listeners
termite the
drop off.
shit out of that. Get ready for this.
Well, basically, we're more than likely going to have a president that's going to be 70 years old, first time ever getting elected at that age before they take
Even
the
if we
presidency.
don't get a new president or president 7
We have a
years
good
old.
chance even that we'll have the next 4 years and probably the next 8 years, or a good chance for the next 8 years being somebody over 70.
What was I gonna say? Even when Trump was elected, he was pretty old as
He
fuck,
was
wasn't he?
68 or 9, I think, when he got elected.
Yeah, he was old as fuck, and that was pretty old at the
We've got
time.
people
yeah.
in the 60s.
He's
Yeah.
71.
But kind of one of the concerns, though, is that those people are the baby boomer age. And
Oh yeah,
they've had like over 3 decades in
no,
politics now in the
they've
U.S.
ruined the fucking country.
And well, a big thing that they've done is
they're not done yet.
No,
spent so much fucking money on shit that they're tapping into Social Security, which they a lot of people will refer to it, it's an entitlement program. It's not an entitlement program. You pay into that the moment you start working, and you pay into it as long as you have a legal job for the rest of your life. And the point of it is like similar to like a 401k. You're investing money into something that is supposed to grow based on how the economy performs.
Yeah,
and
pretty sure they
dividends.
I thought they got rid of that a long time ago.
For people that don't have retirements.
Yes.
Accounts.
Yeah.
No. It is everybody that works in the U.S. legally pays taxes into Social Security.
Okay. So
it's not an entitlement program. It's the same thing as a 401k. Really, it's the same thing. Government mandated 401k.
Okay.
And I remember hearing years ago they were like, "Yeah, that's not going to be around. You're not going to get your Social Security."
The best outlooks right now are people our age. Out of what we should get, we might get 75% of it. Of what we're entitled to.
Yeah.
It's not even entitled. It's what you paid.
Though,
it's
some of the
your
stuff,
money.
though...
Yeah, it's your money that you pay out of your paycheck.
This
next supposed to be
election
basically
cycle.
saved up. It's your mommy and daddy's savings account for you that they take this money out and they're like, this is your Social Security savings. And when you're old and you're retired, you can't take care of yourself. We'll give it back to you.
I mean, that's the thought.
Well,
that was the idea behind it.
Though, that's exactly why it was started. FDR started it before World War II, I believe.
FDR.
Yeah. FDR, Franklin Delano, Roosevelt.
The 20s and shit.
I think it started in like 1930, early 30s, I believe. And a big thing was they were finding all these Americans just when they hit retirement age didn't have money. Nothing was saved up. So basically, by the time they were too old to work, I shouldn't say retirement age. At that time, I don't think we had an official retirement age. If you're too old to work, they didn't even have enough money. Nothing saved up. And, there was probably a lot of factors that went into it, but that's when FDR started Social Security. Was because you leave most people, historically speaking, to their own devices, they're not going to save money.
No.
So...
Fuck no. Can't take it with you.
So what are the baby boomers doing to Social Security?
They're basically destroying it.
They're taking it all.
Spending all
on the
of it.
Republican side, a lot of what's happening is they're trying to label it as this entitlement program. And if you've heard a lot of like Mitch McConnell and other Republican heads speak about it, they want to scale it back. And when they say scale it back, all they're saying is you're going to continue paying the same amount into it, but money that you're entitled to, quote unquote, you're not going to get as much. We're going to take that money.
So
and the whole point of paying into it is, so really, them scaling it back and then taking money out of it is essentially adding a huge new tax to you. It's considered a tax, but you're supposed to get that money back in your retirement age, right? If they're taking away the money that you're supposed to get back in your retirement age, all they're effectively doing is creating a new tax and diverting that money into something they want to do with it, not going back to you like it's supposed to do. And on top of that, other people that on the left side or Democratic side, they talk about, they want to keep their entitlements. They want to protect American entitlements, blah, blah. And like I said, I don't think it's an entitlement. But a lot of their programs that they're proposing are crazy, like trillions of dollars they want to spend. It's like, where's that money going to come from, So really, the big sham of it all is that you've been promised something your entire life. If you work, you're going to have this expected to come back to you because we've required you to pay into it. And now that's pretty much going to go out the window. But the people that, by the time that type of shit takes place and affects them, they're all going to be dead. And they're the ones that's enacting it. They don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. They're not thinking about future people. They want to take what they think they deserve and fuck anybody else.
So, here's my question then. Do you don't think the millennials, our age, can change that when they're in office?
Yeah, something will be changed.
Well,
we're just going to have to work till we're dead.
Okay, so one of the big things is the way it's going right now, it's by the time we hit retirement age, it's too late. They're already expecting a lot of this deficit shit to happen in the next 10 to 15 years as far as Social Security specifically
essentially,
is
once
concerned.
all the baby boomers have already retired, have all stolen
well,
all
they're
the money.
probably more than likely dead. It's an aging population.
Yeah.
Obama is on the low end. He was born in 61, so that's still considered a baby boomer, but he's fringe He's also kind of a Gen Xer. But, so if you want to think about it contextually, he's technically where they cut things off at. He's a baby boomer. But that's I think most generations, I think they go back every 20 years.
Yeah, it's like a rough 20, 25 years. I've heard that millennials start around 85.
I've even read like 83, 82.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like how you identify, I feel like, honestly, which sounds weird.
Yeah, what's your mind frame? And that's when they group those people together, they usually say, oh, this is their mindset. This is what they think about. This is their concerns.
What generation
I
are you?
am clearly
firmly millennial.
Yeah.
See, I think, well...
You are so a millennial.
I
You're like
recently found one that I think I fit
millennial.
more. Apparently, there's Gen Yers.
You can't be a Y.
That's what I'm hearing. Because I used to think I was a Gen X, but like I never fit just because the age range that they put you in.
Yeah.
I was like, technically, my age range, I was Gen X.
So it's
but
right,
I was like,
right
I never
before
felt
millennials.
like Gen X.
Right before millennial, essentially.
No, there was a couple before millennials.
I think it was when I was in grade school. They talked about
find
this
out there was
stuff.
like a Gen Y, and I was like, "Oh, that kind of sounds more like."
They
me.
talked about Gen Y when I was in grade school and like junior high social studies classes, and that was before our generation. They didn't have it called millennial at that time.
Yeah.
It was X, Y, and then they go, "Oh, you guys don't really have a label."
Yeah, we always just kind of we were
Never
like,
came from
eventually
millennials.
these old fuckers are gonna die off, and it'll be our turn. But them old fuckers ain't died off yet, and
Well, that's kind of a point
kind
of
of
the
upsetting.
story is like
because we got some
they've been
good shit
in power
going
for
on
so long.
Okay, good ideas.
Well, I think, I'll just say this. Ys probably are on the same page as millennials are, right?
Well, as far as like, if you ask me about millennials, from just I guess what they consider millennials, it's weird now. People that are millennials, because I've always think of millennials as children.
Yeah.
When actually, like, millennials now are older, and so it's different.
Yeah.
But like the whole millennial thing to to our generation, I guess, was just like you guys whined a lot, but it was just that was a thing.
Stereotype.
Well, it wasn't even a stereotype. Our parents thought we whined a lot, and their parents thought they whined a lot.
So-
And it was, everybody's always like, "Oh, you think you got us so
Yeah.
tough? You don't have us."
Well, that's every generation.
But that's what I'm saying is every generation says that. So our big thing was millennials. Oh, you guys whine a lot. Well, we fucking whined a lot too, like because things are different.
Yeah, kids
I-
always want.
Those are called kids.
I think
generation,
honestly,
like-
this Generation Y are millennials.
Your generation is not going to be defined until you're
Because
basically
Generation Z is
'Cause
now a thing.
done. For the
The
longest.
Generation Z is the new one that's starting to enter the workforce now.
Your generation is not going to be defined until it's finished. Because I mean, for the longest time, baby boomers were the shit because they were the ones that went to the war for us. They did all this shit for us, and now as things are all starting to die
But all
off,
of
you're
a
like,
sudden,
wow, they really fucked us over. Didn't they?
Obama's part of a baby boomer, even though he didn't go to war or anything. You know,
Fuck.
He was on the very tail end, technically.
How many of
That's
them
what I'm
fuckers
saying.
go to war? Any of them? None of them. Most of them fucking like some certain ones fake that they have bone spurs and
Yeah.
I can't go fight. They don't give up shit.
Well,
they don't
I think
fucking know shit
one
about
of the
it.
things about that, though,
But just in general,
the story makes a
baby
point of
boomers at the time were heroes.
it's the greatest
our
generation ever.
Yeah,
No, baby boomers were not World War II. They were
that's-
the children born from the men that returned from
Exactly,
World War II.
but still,
Like the
they, even
50s?
then, but it was just like that's who you
50s,
looked
right?
up to. They were like, man, they
Yeah,
built this country.
early
yeah, that
40s,
was-
mid 40s, and the 50s and the early 60s.
and that's who we looked up to. But then you see, well, maybe that wasn't the best way to live life now, but we're seeing it now. So it's just like every generation.
World War
it's
II and
not-
Korean War veterans, and they're basically their offspring.
Yeah, So it was like my parents' age were like the baby boomers.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like I'm not necessarily Generation X because it was just
well, there's
my age range, but I'm more So, but it was just I don't know. I always felt like at the time they were the shit. That's who you looked up to. But now you see what's going on, and you're like, damn, they kind of
dropped the ball.
y'all fucked us over, and now
Continue
it's
to
like
fuck us
we're
over.
stuck with shit. But now it's like,
I think this is one thing that's clear: the generations hate each other.
oh yeah,
You always hate your parents and your grandparents for things that they did when they were your age.
yeah. But
essentially,
usually,
you know,
like kids and grandparents usually got along because they had a common enemy.
yeah, but but you still.
But
don't
I understand
like,
in your
you
context.
know-
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you
I
don't
mean,
want to
yeah.
talk to your grandparents about religion all the
Yeah,
time.
no, you always hate. Yeah,
or whatever.
there's a disconnect with the generation above you and behind you, and
Yeah, you can be friends with them, but
Yeah.
like you still don't want to socialize, hang out with them that much.
Well, there's a progression in social atmospheres as people and society, grows older. Things get more typically progressive. Like, a lot of stuff that's happened in our lifetimes, and especially for the next generation coming up, is LGBTQ and all that stuff. A lot more women standing up for themselves. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even to a degree, that wasn't something that was even really allowed to be talked about societally.
What?
Any of those issues that go with LGBTQ.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ellen DeGeneres had a very popular sitcom in the 90s, and basically it was canceled when she came out as gay.
Yeah, for
sure. That's the type of stuff I'm saying,
that's the beautiful
socially
thing.
Things that get more and more progressive, and it's just
we just went
more
over how we're
accepted.
different generations.
But when things
But yeah, we have this common conversation where like we can talk about this, and like you talk about it, like she had this show, and I was like, "Bitch, I watched that show.
I remember
like,
watching Ellen.
I watched the episode. I remember when it happened.
She
Like,
still has a show.
Well, it's a talk
but it
show
was like
now.
a sitcom and shit. But it was just like I just love hearing these things. Like I heard about this time and this thing. I was like, yeah, I watched it.
I remember
it was interesting.
my mom always watched her show, and then when that episode came out, I remember the commercials,
thing. Like,
and my mom even
God.
talking to us about it in the car. Not
it
like
was-
deep, it's a gay person, like
Yeah, I remember.
but she's
She
like,
got a
well, her show got
girlfriend?
canceled,
Huh?
and this
She
is
got
the
a
reason
girlfriend?
why.
She got a girlfriend. She's like married.
Did
Or-
Yeah,
she
she's
get a
married.
girlfriend on the show? Because I don't remember how the show
No,
went.
she came out and said
She just
like,
came out gay
Yeah,
on the
it was
show.
like
She was
she was
fooling
talking.
around.
Yeah, she
She was talking to
gay.
somebody.
and they wrote it into the show.
It was, but it was, they were like in a loud atmosphere, and they were like, why don't you go talk to this, and blah, 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 why don't you do this? She's like, because I'm gay! And it was one of those things where, like, everything went down as soon as she said it. Like, all the noise or whatever stopped, and she was like, because I'm gay! And it was like, rip! Yeah, and so it was, and they
See ya,
made, so they
Ellen.
made that joke out of it, that it was just like, oh, she came out really loudly, but...
Yeah,
and-
they were like forced to write it into the
fuck.
show.
But yeah, I
and
remember
the show
there
got
was so
canceled,
much
and it was at the
outrage.
height of the show's popularity.
Yeah, it was a good
there
show.
was no reason to cancel it outside of she
Oh,
came
yeah.
out as gay, and a bunch of people were
and
like,
then-
Because Ellen's
I don't
funny
even
as
think,
shit,
though,
man.
people were,
Even
like,
her
that
old stand-up
mad.
shit was funny as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Her-
I felt like the atmosphere when she came out, like it wasn't bad. Like nobody was like, man.
Oh,
there were
no.
people,
No,
but
people were mad.
there were a group of people. But
Because
my
you were
personal
too
experience
young.
wasn't
Because
like
you're,
bad.
yeah,
We
I
were
mean,
too
like I
young
said,
to have
you're
seen
a
that.
different generation than me. Like the people I was around were
But she
mad.
had her own like a whole talk show she's been running with now for years, and that happened just a few years later.
No, it's quite a few years.
It
Do I
took
need
her
to
a
look it
while
up?
to come back.
Do you remember what?
It was less than 10 years. It was like 5 years or less.
Yeah. She slowly came back. Do you remember what network it was on? That's what I'm curious about. What network canceled her, and then if she still has a talk show on that network,
was it NBC?
I'll look it up. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like ABC.
It
But
had
that
to-
might have been before.
That
Disney
is,
bought it.
that is interesting. I didn't even think about that. It's interesting
CBS.
what the talk, like her show used to be on.
What's CBS?
Because the messed up, well, I guess
Not
funny thing
show.
is it was called the Ellen Show, like
Yeah,
or the
I was
Ellen
just
DeGeneres
thinking,
Show.
like-
Even the old show was called the Ellen DeGeneres Show or something like that. Or no, it was just called Ellen, I think.
TV series,
ABC Network.
So what's she
Okay,
on
so
now?
it's on so it was on ABC. I have no idea now.
Oh, you gotta look it up. It's our
Yeah, look up Ellen DeGeneres Show.
talk show.
Ellen Tube.
Well, of course, she's
That's probably her personal channel.
Ellen DeGeneres Show, TV, Warner Brothers. Oh, so it's Warner Brothers. I don't.
It's
but
on one of the major networks.
it's one of them owned by somebody.
I remember my stepdad always like, I get off of school in high school and he'd be watching it. Ellen's great. I'm so conservative and she's gay, but I don't care because TV tells me to.
No, it's but it is.
NBC.
It's just funny by. So it's NBC now.
Yeah.
So
So
2003,
was
I think,
A-
is what it says it started.
So
When
it
did
was
her
ABC.
sitcom end?
98.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. It was
Yeah,
in
like
the
she didn't
90s,
do
I'm pretty
shit
sure.
for a long time.
It was like 5 years. Yep,
Yeah,
98.
98.
Yeah, so she didn't do shit for a while. It took her a while to come back,
Yeah,
but
that's enough time.
it was
So I mean, Louis C.K.
Sorry, I
come
think
back?
5 years nowadays in my
really.
old
I mean,
age.
shit.
That not that
I think
much.
that'd be a moment that people, whether you think it or not, you think back on that shit. That was a big time. Like
It was big.
Obviously,
man.
within
Before
that
Will and
community,
Grace.
but even
Before there was
Will
like
and
a
Grace,
gay
any of that
Bravo.
shit. Yeah.
network,
Well, but
you
shortly
know?
after that happened, though, those shows started coming out. Will and Grace.
Oh, as soon as that happened, fuck, they were everywhere.
Do you remember Dharma and Greg?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Dharma and Greg was the shit.
I love Dharma and Greg.
It was awesome. I love that show.
My
Who's that
mom watched
girl?
all that stuff.
Who's
and
that
I
girl?
was-
She's fucking hot.
Jenna Elfman.
I think there's pictures of her naked.
Friends was pretty funny.
I don't know about that. I have weird recollections.
Elfman?
Jenna. No, not Jennifer. Jenna. Jenna. Elfman. ELF. And it'll probably finish the rest.
There it
for you.
is.
There it is. I have this weird recollection for movies and actors and shit. You know this. That's why you always ask me this weird shit.
What? You
Like,
had a
whenever
thing for
there's
her?
a movie question or something, you're like, who is this person in this? And I'll tell you. But yeah, Jenna Elfman, yeah, she was awesome. She didn't do a whole lot else after that. Because, yeah, she got married to some... Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the show.
Yeah. Is that from the show, though?
No.
Mm-hmm.
What's this from?
That could be from a show.
The Fappening. That
Oh,
looks
that
so
was-
familiar.
Well, that was when all the photo leaks happened.
No, this is real.
You always gotta put nude behind everything.
Well, hey, if you're going to get
Hey,
curious,
Trash Talk listeners, if you want to find someone naked on the internet, just
put
type
nude
in
after
nude.
it and, see what happens.
Jenna
So,
Elfman's
Of course, the
tits.
first one of her shows her grabbing her boobs, fully clothed, with Justin Timberlake in the back. So maybe it might not be that effective.
Is that her?
But yeah, Dharma
Under
and Greg
Clam?
was the shit. I used to love that show.
I'd let her give me a clam stamp anytime. I'll say that.
Back in the
Is that
day.
a clam stamp or a clam slam? I always call them clam slams.
Clam stamps?
Yeah, because you're like
Clam
slamming,
slam's
like,
a
"Bam!"
real thing?
Well, no, but like
Clam slam!
we were talking about. Wait, you get the fucking. You get the mushroom cap in the morning, so if a chick's gonna do it, is it a clam slam or is it a clam slam? Like
Clam
stamp.
slam.
I wrote that down. That might be the title of the
I
episode.
like clam
Because I
slam.
figure the way
I like
wake,
slam, man.
if that's a girl's gonna wake you up that way, it's gonna be
That's
a
like a
clam
hard
slam.
one.
Because she's gonna walk over and
Yeah, but they have to squat on you like
Yeah,
that, so they have to
that's what I'm
slam
saying. 'Cause
themselves
they're waking
onto
you
you
up,
to
so it's a
really do
clam slam.
anything. Yeah.
Pretty much
Lamb.
Do you think they open up the
clam slam, blam blam.
Think they hold it open and then slam you?
Oh, that's suffocation. I don't know if that's. I think that's assault.
No, that's like some predator shit.
Do you remember
Something-
Jenna Elfman?
something
There's
comes
a bunch
out
of
of
her
it.
fake naked pictures from Dharma and Greg.
I'd do her again.
Me too.
So I don't know. Let's get personal. What's up? Like, what's I don't know. What was your favorite like TV show as a kid? What did you?
Dharma and Greg.
Ren and
Yeah,
Stimpy.
You know who
Now-
my
now
first
it is.
crush was? Like, I guess it was a celebrity crush. I'm guessing because it was the first one I remember, and I think I've told Lane this because he has a picture of her. Is Linda Carter as Wonder Woman?
Yeah, you have told me about
Yeah,
that before.
that was my. I see that picture every time I come in here. I'm like, I love that picture. But that was my first crush. I used to, yeah, that was my girl, Wonder Woman.
I was kind of more of a Xena, Warrior Princess.
Well, that's an age thing, but I
Yeah.
see the same thing.
It's very similar. I could see that.
She's tough.
I would like to
She-
see
yeah, she's
Wonder
a
Woman
badass.
now.
I was
thinking about
definitely a
that.
fan of Xena when she, or whatever her name is, when she was in Spartacus.
Do you remember that show Pamela Anderson had? Where she was like trying to be like Charlie's Angel thing?
Oh,
The show or the movie?
no, Barbed Wire.
As I
That
said,
was
she had
the
a movie called Barbed Wire.
Does she have the animated TV show?
yeah. There was a TV show though, I thought.
Oh, Stripperella.
what?
Stripperella.
But that was animated too, though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's the
I
only
think,
animated
I think
one
that was
we're-
Todd McFarlane.
It was Pam Anderson, though, I thought.
Well,
Was,
Todd McFarlane did, like drew it all. Like he was like the artist and shit. Yeah, Barbed Wire. She was like a cop and. Yeah,
I've watched that movie a couple times. I couldn't even tell you what it was
Barbed
about.
Wire.
It was
Wow,
just
you
her
went
with guns and boobs.
You went a couple times.
Oh, there was like a.
You're the man.
Looks like a horrible movie.
It was, dude. I don't remember anything about it other than
I watched.
you saw her boobs in the intro credits, and she shoots a
There
gun a
was, like,
bunch, and her boobs
yeah,
are hanging
and then
out.
there was like one other sex scene, and
It's got 1.5 stars on IMDb.
I don't even remember a
That's
sex
very
scene,
generous.
honestly. My
That's all
buddy,
I-
I think his mom bought it for him
That's
when
all
we
I
were like
looked
in
for.
high school, or not high school, grade school.
Did you know what's messed up? Is my mom took me to watch Basic Instinct, I don't know if y'all are familiar with that movie.
Oh, the crotch shot.
Yeah, and like I was, I don't know,
The
12,
Pfeiffer?
huh?
Pfeiffer? What was that?
No, it was
Michelle Pfeiffer?
no, Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Oh,
Right.
she was still smoking at the time, and I think I was, I don't know, I had to have been like
Stripperella?
12, 13 years old. And I talked my mom into taking us to this movie because it was a cop movie and it was a murder mystery. And she was like, cool. And like she took me and my friend because it was rated R. So we had to have somebody of age to take us. And my mom rolled us in and we're watching fucking like Sharon Stone. And I don't know if you know the scene. I don't know if you've ever. So she's like being interrogated. She's like, in this cop chair.
Oh.
And she got
I know what you're
cross
talking
shot.
about. Yeah.
And she uncrosses and
Yeah.
then does this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Wasn't that
watching-
real?
Yeah.
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 They didn't have CGI
fucking
back then.
Full.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
yeah, no, that
real
was
clam.
CGI.
But I mean, like, it wasn't.
Oh, she slammed the clam.
No, it wasn't scripted.
On the chair.
No, I think she
She
did
did
it
it-
on purpose.
Yeah, she did it unscripted,
Yeah, it was-
and Arnold
and it
actually
was a
like,
big,
whoa.
it was a big thing, and
Yeah.
me and my friend had heard about it because we were fucking 13. You hear about it?
The original
This girl
Clam
shows her
Slam.
shit in the fucking movie, and we're like, "Hey, mom, there's this movie. It's like a
We just want to learn.
yeah, it's like a murder mystery. Like, oh, we want to go check it out.
we watched
like, "Oh, I'll
Scooby
take
Doo.
ya."
We're ready to graduate.
So my mom's taking me to go watch
She was
Basic
there?
Instinct, and we're just sitting there like,
Waiting for it.
look over at her like,
Did she know what was happening?
nope, not. Well, I mean, as it
Like,
happened,
Mom.
she was like, what the.
Mom, go get the
No,
popcorn.
I'm just like,
Why did the popcorn get fuller?
yeah, I was like, wow, all right, this is interesting. I don't know how I felt about that, but yeah, sorry. You were looking at Pam Anderson. I decided.
Oh, I remember watching this VIP show. She
was that the
just-
show you were talking about?
She was just some sexy cop.
Oh, it was like, yeah, the movie, basically. Oh, I have a gun and I have tits.
Yeah, essentially.
And sunglasses.
Well, that was one of my favorite shows.
Isn't that like every Marvel movie they've ever made?
No, it's more than.
No, there's
It
a
was-
plot line.
This
There's
was way
superpowers.
Sorry,
worse than
isn't that
Marvel.
every Marvel female they've ever portrayed?
Yes.
Apparently.
I have tits and a gun.
What was
Sometimes a
Or
sword.
tits
So,
with
what was
superpower.
your favorite child TV series? I can look up.
Oh, TV series?
Come on, someone give me a TV series to watch.
Ren and
as a child.
Stimpy.
No, something more obscure.
Are you
Sure.
afraid of the
Pete and
dark?
You
Pete.
can't do that on television?
Pete and Pete.
What's that? That's a show?
Salute your shorts.
Apparently, you
We
wanted
know those
you
ones.
wanted obscure.
You can't.
You can't do that on television.
What was the one with
I would
on
say
MTV
either that or there's another
with
one.
Carmen Electra?
Spring break.
No.
Girls Gone
So
Wild.
if you've ever wondered, you guys would know this because you're a generation. You've been fucking as a kid. You watched Nickelodeon, right?
Ottawa. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Nickelodeon?
The
Yeah.
dating
Okay,
show
the
on
slime.
MTV.
Do you know slime from
Yeah.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Gak.
If you've no, it's slime. If you've
Oh,
ever
yeah,
wondered where
slime.
it came from,
Yeah, the
It's
TV
from
show
this
that slimed
show.
all the parents.
it's from this show.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen this one.
I know because this shit was like in the 70s and 80s, and it was filmed in Canada.
I didn't even know Nickelodeon was that old.
Yeah, this was like one of their first like teen fucking shows. I grew up on this shit. I used to come home fucking every day from school to watch this show, and there was like this full cast throughout the years, all these different teenagers, and
Oh, The Tick. Anybody watch the animated
Oh,
Tick?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
remember
the Tick.
Or The Critic?
Yeah, I watched The Critic.
that's
Yeah.
Ray.
that's Alistair. I remember some of these names. Christine, Alistair. That was sort of the younger generation. I didn't know them so
Oh,
much.
man. It's like different kinds of slime, too.
Yeah, but this is where it started. And what happened was, is you got slimed whenever you said, I don't know. So, like, they would try to trick you. They would trick the kids into saying, I don't know. And if you said, I don't know, you got fucking slimed. And that's where, like, the whole Nickelodeon slime shit came from. And then they made a thing where if you said water, you'd get water dumped on you. So it was like a running gag throughout.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and so, yeah, this was just apparently...
Wow. I
A
can
big
see that. Living that as a kid, though.
But, so yeah, as you can't do that on television, they would have like just little skits. It was basically a Saturday Night Live for kids, but it was filmed in Canada.
Anybody watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I never watched that shit. By that time, I was watching fucking
Tales
Friday.
from the Crypt.
Tales of the Crypt.
I was
I
watching
watched both.
I was watching Friday the
transition
13th
from-
and fucking
as
Nightmare
soon
on
as
Elm Street. I was watching actual horror
Tales of the
movies
Dark
when
would
I-
end, and
I
then
remember
that's
this
right
shit.
when
John Lovitz.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
The
Wasn't
Critic.
This show was great. They did a crossover episode with The Simpsons, too.
I saw that. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what's the shows you guys were talking about. Like, I was doing other shit by then. Like,
You were on.
I was in the
drugs.
military. I was like, I was living a life. I was adulting by the time you guys are like, you remember this?
I was riding my bike.
You remember this cartoon? I'm like, bitch, I was paying a mortgage. I don't remember your cartoon.
You'd already played with titties at that point.
Yeah, I was like, shit, you didn't even know.
We were still sucking on our
But,
pants. Hey, can I get a bit?
Yeah, so a lot of my shit.
One left.
Fuck,
I'll
Mr.
take a
Wizard.
White Claw.
None.
No White Claw left?
You ever heard of Mr. Wizard?
There's a
Mr. Wizards.
Mr. Wizard?
Vanilla Bean or Blue Moon.
Boomin'. If you don't mind. Derek.
You got $5?
You want to split it?
No, I'm fine.
You
Hey,
gotta
don't
leave,
shake it.
you're gonna leave my last vanilla bean? I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Is that because you don't like them, or because you're
I
just being
just-
nice?
I was being nice.
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
I know
Mr.
Derek's
Wizard.
gotta drive
That
you.
was also another show that came
Twisted
on.
Whistler?
Mr. Wizard, like wizard, but basically was.
How about Mr. Show? Did you watch Mr. Show?
Oh,
Wasn't that the
that's a
Bob
good
and
one.
Mr. Show?
Yeah,
or show and
David
Mr.
Bob.
Bob
Yeah, no,
Odenkirk
this is
and
completely
David
different.
Cross.
Mr. Wizard was awesome because he would teach science to like kids, but he would teach you in like
Bill Nye.
he was original Bill Nye. Like he would teach you all this shit.
It's like Stan Lee.
Oh, dude, this guy was fucking awesome. And he'd show experiments. He'd show you how to do shit, and you could do all these experiments, and he'd show you all. And
Hey
like,
kids, you want to make a pipe bomb?
and as far as I know, he never got in trouble for molesting anybody. Like he was straight up.
Oh,
just-
Mr. Rogers. Was
He just liked teaching kids shit.
Oh, what do you
like,
think that was? They just smashed.
yeah. Oh yeah. He meant it's liquid nitrogen. He just showed him how to make liquid nitrogen. Like, here you go,
Okay.
kid. Check this out, and you can smash it.
Where do you think that kid's at now?
What about the
Out fucking
Meth.
making liquid nitrogen bombs and smashing things.
what about that Red Green show or whatever the fuck? that
Oh,
was?
I love the Red Green Show.
My grandpa would always watch that.
See,
show.
I don't even know what that is.
Remember the Red Green Show? Do you know
No,
what the
I've
Red
never
Green
heard of it.
Show
He'd
is?
fix everything with duct tape.
Yeah. I don't know. Like a
Is it an
country
old
thing.
show?
Yeah,
an
it's,
old man,
it's been
yeah.
around for
Oh, really?
quite a long time. It was another one of those PBS fucking.
I know the Tom Green show.
No, it's just like
Tom
this-
Green was cool.
They were like all about.
Weird as fuck.
Oh, I
This
used to
show.
watch these guys.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
the guy with
remember this
glasses
at all.
name?
I don't remember any names. I remember the show. they
His-
were funny.
His like helper, the handyman. If duct tape can't do it, nothing can.
Nice way of saying if you can't duck
What,
it,
his
fuck
shirt says gay pride. His
Gay
son.
pride.
Hey, dude, this show went on for quite a while actually.
That's funny
I'm
shit.
surprised to see this much on YouTube.
Never even heard of it.
There's like his one helper.
It was like Tim the Toolman Taylor, but always in this setting where
But
they were
was
like
it like
in their
a
little
real
tool shop.
show? Like
No,
was he
it's
trying
like
to
a
do
lot of
nothing? What is
skits.
It was like after SNL, I think it came on.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
basically he would come out and kind of do a monologue, and then they'd just go into skits.
But it's not like he's like a real like.
It was kind of
How
how
to
to
do
ish,
that.
but also like kind of like they're doing
They're
some
backwoods.
game right now.
They're what?
They're like backwoods, like
Oh,
it's all
okay.
about like
Yeah. All
ice
right.
fishing and shit.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's all takes place in a cabin.
Interesting. Never thought y'all would show me some shit I had never seen before.
Yeah.
Pretty
The show was great. My grandma used to watch this show.
That's
God
crazy.
damn it! I wanted to see the guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure back in the day it came on after SNL.
Okay.
That guy.
Was he like his helper?
Yeah, it was just his sidekick, the nerdy guy that's like out of place.
Was he like in the
Like-
beginning, or was it like after a while they were like, we need something?
You know, I have no clue.
He just showed, 'cause
honestly.
he don't look like he belongs there.
Yeah, exactly. But he's actually not like that. He's obviously playing a character.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
whatnot, too.
But still.
All right.
Oh, I mean, shit. You want to come? Okay, shows a group on the Pee Wee Herman show.
Oh yeah. I mean, we all probably grew up on that one.
I remember the day I asked my parents, "What happened to Pee Wee Herman show?"
Yeah, caught
And my
jerking
dad
off
would be
in the
like,
theater.
well, you know what? Yeah, Pee-wee Herman pulled out his little Herman and played with it.
Really?
In a
Yeah,
theater.
my dad told me
he
all
got
about
busted
it.
like jerking off in a movie
5
theater.
or 6 or whatever.
Well, not movie theater, a porno theater. Like it's like, what? Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah, he told me the whole story.
do?
He's
What are
like,
you
yeah,
gonna do
this
in
is
a
what
porno
happened.
Theater? You know, fuck it, you gotta jerk it
I
off.
was like, you can't
the
do
breakfast
that.
machine, that was the best. Oh my god,
So,
I wanted one of those machines.
Did the movie come out after all that happened?
No.
No,
He was Pee-wee Herman. Did the movie? He was like huge. He
Yeah, I
was
think the
giant.
movie was like late 80s,
Like,
maybe.
oh, dude, he
very
was-
early
Really?
90s.
He
I
was
thought at
selling
least
merch.
90s.
He was doing all this shit,
And the show.
yeah, he had the show, everything. He was fucking huge. And then
Yeah,
it was
Pee-wee's
like,
Herman Adventure, 1985.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
he
still
was
good.
like
Wow.
blowing up for years, and
good
then all of a
movie.
sudden it was like
Yeah.
Paul Rubens, aka Pee-wee Herman, caught jerking off in a movie theater, and you're like, what? And then it was like it was an adult movie theater, and he was in the back row, and I'm like, well,
It was an adult movie theater.
yeah, he was watching a porno in an adult movie. I'm like, what? That's what you're supposed to do in an adult
So,
movie theater.
how come he never made a comeback?
He did.
He
Shortly,
did. He was in some
shortly.
little movies here and
He
there.
came back like
He's
MTV
in
brought him
Blow.
back to do some things, and then he
He's in
became.
Blow.
He is in Blow.
Yeah.
He was in like, oh yeah, he was great in Blow.
Yeah.
But he was like 50, 60.
Who's he
by the
playing
time.
Blow?
Just like
He,
that drug
the
dealer.
Derek.
Derek
His
for
name was
real?
Derek.
Yeah.
Derek for real?
Derek for real.
Man, I don't.
He was
I
like
didn't
he was
recognize
the in
him.
between.
Don't recognize
He was the in
him.
between. Had the big party for George Young.
Okay,
He was like real flamboyant and gay.
I'm
And,
going to watch it again
Yeah,
then.
no, he was a big part of it. But yeah, Derek for real. But yeah, and then he did a few things as Pee-wee's Playhouse. They brought it back for a couple episodes, and but shit, if it wasn't for fucking Pee-wee Herman, you might not have The Matrix. Because Lawrence Fishburne's first fucking show, first appearance, was on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Really?
Lawrence Fishburne was Morpheus. But yeah, that breakfast machine. I don't know if you want.
Do you think- do you
take
think-
a couple minutes just to at least watch that?
Do you think he also masturbated in a theater?
Probably.
Lawrence Fishburne,
Yeah.
That's what you had to back in the day.
probably with
We
Pee-wee.
didn't have home porn. You had to go to a theater and watch it. I always thought this would have been the greatest shit in the world. So you wake up, turn on some music by pushing this little thing. Blankets roll up by themselves.
An actual record player going.
Well, of course it's a record.
This is what I do exactly.
Fucking
when I get up.
1985.
Here's that fucking doll.
Well, I'm not talking about the.
I wish I could be that happy waking up for work.
Yeah, and he's technically.
Took me 10 minutes
he's
to get out of
technically
bed
a
this
grown
morning.
adult right
Not
now.
that happy, but
Now he's got to work out with his little 2.5s.
Screw it.
That's fair enough. Ooh.
Play with your fire agent.
Watch children porn.
Shoot a dinosaur with a laser. Who doesn't want to do that first thing in the morning? Rides a fucking fireman's pole
Yeah.
and then gets dressed on the way down somehow. And then boom, he's
Is
got
that
like
Abraham Lincoln?
yeah, and he's got his little dog at his home thing. Apparently
the
that's
dog's
his
name?
Fucking Spots.
Toto.
No, the dog's name's Spots.
Toto.
And so this is how he's got a whole whatever they're called.
Turns the
machines.
fan on and that starts it, huh?
It's the machine.
oh, he
what
has
are
to
those
light a
called?
candle.
Oh fuck, there's a name for him and I can't think. of it.
Rubric?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a Ruberg's. Ruberg something.
Mechanism.
Rubes
Mechanism,
Goldberg.
Rubes Goldberg. There you go. Bam. And it does this whole thing like, I mean, this is a little
Ping
much
pong
for
ball
breakfast.
down
Says
the
have a whole
tube.
contraption that makes him breakfast.
But fuck, this is
Oh.
more effort than I'd put into making myself breakfast. The bread rolls over, drops into toast. Got the eggs cracking. Bam. I mean, it took like 7 cracks, but you know.
Pancakes.
Pancakes working.
Orange juice,
Abe
fresh
Lincoln's
squeeze.
flipping your
That
pancakes.
fucking pancake looked disgusting, you guys.
You just wait. All right. He's got to brush
Didn't it though?
He's got to brush his teeth. He's got to say good morning to this fish bowl window.
This giant
This
toothbrush.
giant toothbrush. Well, you got a lot of teeth. You got to make sure.
You can't even put that in the back of your mouth and get your molars. He has to have had
you
horrible
only see the
teeth.
front one. You don't growl at people with your molars. You're just the front. Dinosaur squeezing some fresh squeezed juice out of like
A
rubber
Nerf ball?
Nerf
gross.
ball. A
Yeah.
speck. So I thought it was spots.
Speck. Speck in the movie?
Yeah, specks in the movie.
this is the movie.
Oh my god!
Don't
and-
forget the clutch.
Oh my god, it's been so long since
and
I've
I don't
seen
even want
it.
to tell you. You know, there's a connection between this and the Rob Zombie, 3 from Hell, House of a Thousand Corpses connection?
I just watched House of 1,000 Corpses.
Yeah, there's a
Halloween.
connection between these two movies.
What's that? Tell me. Large Marge?
No. No. You would think. Dottie.
In what way?
So Dottie.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Dottie from this movie is like his crush or whatever.
Yeah.
And she plays. Fuck, I'll have to look at it. You gotta get up the names. And no, it's not House of a Thousand Corpses. It's in the second one, Devil's Rejects.
Okay.
She plays the main prostitute.
Uh-huh.
That, like, when they show up to escape,
yeah.
and she's got the big mole, that's Dottie.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's playing herself, too?
Basically, she's a whore. No, I don't know. But she's like, it's, I'm not saying that is Dottie, but, and he's eating Mr. T cereal, which was only around for, like, because of this movie. But I had it a few times, and it was awesome. But yeah, it's just a weird connection that Dottie ends up playing a prostitute in a Rob Zombie movie. And I was a little mad he never finished his breakfast. Like, this looks like a badass breakfast with some eggs. But he burnt the shit out that.
He puts Mr. T on top of it?
Yeah, he puts Mr. T on it. And then he eats like 2 scoops of Mr. T cereal. And he calls it a day.
Yeah, then he goes.
You don't eat the bacon?
Mm-mm.
Gets on his bike.
He just talks to the bacon. Eats a little bit. Fakes eating. And he's like, all right. And I'm out, bitches.
What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's fucking
I mean,
Pee Wee
that's what I
Herman.
was wondering, like,
His
do you
name's-
think Hollywood was ready to get rid of him the first chance they got?
Oh, I bet.
You
But
know?
he became so popular because everybody loved him. Kids loved him. Fucking adults loved him. Probably because the kids loved him, so they're going to be like,
Yeah.
here, watch Pee Wee Herman and
You
leave
missed
me the
it.
fuck alone. Oh, that's
I
good,
didn't miss
too.
it. I seen it.
Spicoli meets
Well, if
Mr.
you wanted
Ham.
to snap it, I'll give you a better
No,
shot.
I'm good.
All right, whatever. Well,
We could pause it and give you a good shot,
He only weighed 98 pounds.
but he gets his fortune.
Don't leave the house.
Turns out that's a good idea because he leaves the house, he gets his car or his bike stolen, and that's what leads to Pee Wee's big adventure. As he's trying to find his
I just
bike.
want to watch Spaceballs, the documentary.
Spaceballs is great. I love that movie.
I'm a Maug. Half man, half dog.
Hold on to
I'm
this
my
and
own
watch
best
this
friend.
later.
Pizza the Hut. Fucking Larry David.
So anyway,
He's awesome. So anyway, yeah, so I guess we're still podcasting. So anyway, what's going on? How's things?
yeah, it was like we can't end it on Pee Wee Herman.
I was like, yeah,
stuff.
we just sat there and just got into a fucking childhood for a second.
Chase, what do you
Anything
think
else
about
going
Pee-wee?
on?
I like the movie. I think it's funny.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is a good movie.
Are we,
are you
are
gonna
we
see-
still going to talk about Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure?
No, are
Oh.
we? How are you gonna go see Jay and Silent Bob
Of course.
reboot
Yeah, of course.
in theaters?
I will watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth.
Yeah, they're doing like if there's a cool thing where they're doing like that tour where they're like
Yeah.
talking. To
Oh, I've been
audiences
I've been
after
watching
that.
some of that. That's been pretty cool.
That would be cool if they did that in Omaha.
Yeah. It was weird originally
What's the theater? They do
seeing.
that stuff all the time.
I think every city
would be
that they're
Where we all go to,
they're premiering it like in every city and they're touring
I
with
think they're
everyone.
only, like in 20 cities or something though.
I thought it was more than that. I thought they said like 30 or 40.
I didn't think it was that many.
Oh.
Even 30 to 40 is not that many. That's not even in every state, you know.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Mm,
But if they
probably
came
like
here, it'd
5
be
in
awesome.
California.
Yeah, I hear they just like show up and watch it and then they do a little thing at the end. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited, I guess. I mean, other than Jason Mewes' meth face, which is weird.
Yeah, it's just good to see.
But, well, yeah. And,
It's good to see.
It's good to see meth face sometimes.
Not really.
Well, it's weird because now they got meth face and skinny Silent Bob, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
I heard he's gay in it.
yeah, he is. He comes out gay.
Yeah.
Because there was apparently a rumor that he was gay.
Someone had a theory about
Yeah, there was a theory, and he was like, "Yeah, it's confirmed. He's gay." So yeah, Silent Bob was gay. But
Is he really gay?
who?
No, he has a,
Like the real guy?
No.
he has a kid.
Dude, his wife's hot as shit.
His daughter's in it, isn't
Yeah,
she?
his daughter, like, he has one of the big parts in it.
Yeah.
His wife's in it again too.
Seems like he's kind of trying to do the pass the reins
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, he's put her in his last couple films. Yoga Hosers. It was
I
like
saw that one.
that was mainly like her film. It was like he did it for her. Like it was an idea I think they had together or something, and she wanted to do it, and he was like, "Yeah, let's." I mean,
Alright.
You're fucking Kevin Smith.
Yeah, if your
I
daughter
want to make a
wants
movie.
to
Let's make a movie.
Sure.
And, yeah. So he did that for her, and that was Yoga Hosers. But then he wanted to do the reboot. But yeah, so it just and then it was gonna happen, and then he had the heart attack, and but still apparently
Didn't he have that heart attack during filming?
I thought it was right before, like they were planning it, and everything
Something was going
on.
on, and then he had the heart attack.
He was like in the middle of a set. He did 2 sets, and he did one set, and he like came off and had to lay
Was it
down.
like his Q&A thing?
No, it was just like between stand-ups.
Oh, okay. Well,
That-
he's
that the heart
not
attack
normally a
happened.
stand-up. He just kind of
Oh, maybe it wasn't
he
stand-up.
talks.
But
He
it
does
was-
Q&A stuff.
Yeah, maybe it was something like that.
Like an evening
Some
with
sort of
Kevin Smith.
Comic-Con.
I think that's what it was. He does like because I forgot what somebody interviewed him, and they were like, "Man, I hate having you on. I ask you one question, and that's it." Like, 'cause
Yeah.
that's what Kevin Smith does. He'll like talk the. He does this whole series called The Evening with Kevin Smith, and they're 2-hour films basically. And it's supposed to be college students asking him questions, and there was points where like somebody would ask one question and he would answer that question for 2 hours. Like it was just it's fucking ridiculous, but it's good because he tells stories and talks about directing Bruce Willis and shit, and like so Kevin Smith's
Gets into it.
that dude's pretty awesome.
There's some good movies coming out this year, I feel like. Any movies you're excited about?
I just want to see the Joker.
I've heard they're gonna do Venom and Spider-Man at somewhat.
Well, Spider-Man gets a final movie.
I think
in
and I
Marvel.
heard they might tie the whole Tom Hardy Venom into it.
Really?
That could be rumors.
I did
obviously.
like the Venom movie with Tom Hardy quite a bit.
I did
Yeah.
like it.
I thought it could have been a little,
Obviously,
it could have been R.
better.
It could have been R.
The best parts were honestly Tom Hardy. Like
Yeah.
when
I would
after he
agree
got the
with that.
symbiote, like he'd act craziness and shit. Like when he was eating the fucking lobster in the fish tank and shit. I thought he was just crazy. Like of course I'm biased. Tom Hardy's fucking awesome, but
Yeah, he's a good actor.
I think they could definitely do if they went R, they could do it a lot better. But now if you're gonna bring Spider-Man into it, you can't do R.
No, for sure.
You got to do PG-13 at least.
Well,
But I'm excited about that. That's
maybe
gonna
we'll
be
get a
good.
Clam Slam at least.
I love a good clam slam.
Oh yeah, me too.
Nice clam slam, nice darty party.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case anybody doesn't know, watch Letterkenny. That shit's fucking awesome.
You ain't doing any Clam Slamming this weekend?
Oh, I got the kids, so probably not.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea around the kids.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
So that means we're not podcasting this weekend?
Sunday.
Okay. Heard it here first.
I won't be
Halloween episode this
hungover.
Sunday.
So.
Halloween episode. Bring your outfit.
That's going to be the Halloween episode of Sunday.
Yeah, Tony, don't judge.
It's going to be a
I would never judge.
rolling good time.
Well, I just got to ask, am I invited and do I have to dress up?
You're invited.
Okay. But then Chase just kind of farted on me, so I don't know what that means about the...
I pointed this way.
I appreciate
Or did I?
that, and I really do, but
It's gonna
now I feel
happen
like it
now.
was like you were invited.
See, I'm even lost.
That's how we invite
There's a
people.
squeaky
Oh,
door
okay.
effect,
I
man. It's
appreciate
Halloween episode.
That was
All right, yeah, I'm-
was your invitation.
I'm down for a Halloween episode. Yeah.
Come on in.
You're invited.
But just to check, we're not trying to theme here, are we? We're not going to try to match nothing. We're just, if we're going to do something, we're going to do something.
We'll discuss.
All right. Well, oh, fuck. All right.
Any last trash talking to do and get out of your system?
Oh, fuck.
Fucked around.
I will. Okay,
I'm good.
this is a bitch that I've always I felt like I've always wanted to post on like Facebook or something, but I felt weird about saying it because I feel bad that I drive for fucking Jimmy John's. But anybody, if you ever order anything to be delivered to your fucking house at night, turn your fucking porch light on, please.
Yeah.
And you also might get stabbed. You don't know who the fuck's on the other side of that door. You better hope it's the person that's you're expecting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's annoying to me. It's unsafe for
Well,
you.
you can't see the address too.
Yeah, it sucks fucking balls. And I fucking hate it. So if you ever order anything to your house at night, turn your fucking lights on. Like, that's all I'm saying.
I'm surprised that's.
But I meant to post that on Facebook, but I didn't really know how to express
That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at that time, especially it's getting dark early, and I'm working. I don't want to be trying to find your fucking house driving up and down the street. Turn your fucking porch light on. Light that shit up.
Yeah, that's just kind of like some words of wisdom. Like, oh, I want my sandwich fast.
And like I said, I could be
Turn my
standing
light
on your porch. You have no fucking clue. I could just be waiting to stab the shit out of you.
People might have their Ring doorbells or something at this point, you know?
No. Oh, no. Everybody's got those Ring fucking doorbells. I've been
Yeah.
noticing that shit. Those fucking things are everywhere.
Well,
If you don't know what those are, camera, doorbells. Yeah. So anyway,
Hopefully he
end
does.
on a good note. That's what I just wanted to bitch about
yeah,
real
that's
quick.
good. Get it
but,
off your chest. I like it.
Had to get that off.
Always
But,
bring trash talk.
yeah, that's to everybody. Fuck all y'all. I don't care who you are. If you order shit, turn your fucking lights on.
Exactly. Well, Tony, Derek,
Yeah.
Chase.
I guess we'll
thanks
see you
for-
Sunday.
Thanks for joining us.
Lame.
Yeah, come on over.
Right on.
Go Skurs!
Yeah,
We'll
see
talk.
what happens
We'll
with
talk.
that.
We'll have a nice football
Are we-
recap.
are we still
What-
Skurs? Are
what
we-
time do the Chiefs play on Sunday?
Every time, like, I feel like I
Noon,
come
I
over.
believe.
I feel a
Okay.
little bummed out because I feel like Chase just.
Probably do it right after that. So
Well,
we
yeah,
I
can
might go
recap.
to the game, but I doubt it.
I want to
Okay.
be all
Well, we can
go
recap
Skurs,
Skurs
but
and
then I see
Huskers.
Chase's face,
Let's go,
and I feel
Huskers.
like we're gonna suck because
Come on.
Chase thinks we're gonna suck.
Purdue, man. There's Purdue this next week.
We lost to him last year.
Yeah.
We've lost to everybody since last
We
year.
played Indiana.
We should beat Colorado, but fucking Chase cursed us.
Yeah, I did kind of fuck that up.
They're gonna kick the shit out of us. What they gonna do?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
All right, well, let's make a bet.
Let's go Skurs.
I bet Purdue beats Nebraska this weekend.
We tried that last
Someone
time.
take that bet with him.
We
Someone
tried
take
that
the
last
bet.
time, but we never had
He's
the consequences.
still hot.
But Grape's always right.
We can never decide on the consequence.
All right,
so.
I will bet you if Purdue wins, you need to owe me a drink. If Purdue loses, you owe me a shot.
Motherfucker. No,
I like
fuck
that deal.
I'm not taking
bet
that bet. No.
Heads, I win.
$10 if Purdue wins. 20 if Nebraska wins.
All right.
Heads, I win. Tails, you lose.
No. $10 even. No. $10.
$10.
Purdue
All
win.
of us.
Yeah, Purdue's gonna win though. So
Do you want to do
No,
10?
see,
if
Derek's
I'm gonna
gonna
bet, I
fucking
want to have
choose.
Nebraska
Oh,
win.
You're taking Purdue too?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Get the fuck out.
dude!
Do you want to borrow the book?
You need to have faith. I
He's-
don't care what
He's not though.
The book
He's a
only goes
Chiefs
up to
fan.
90.
Oh,
5 anyways.
You know what? Your fucking quarterback ruined my fantasy league this year. Fuck off.
Oh. And on that note,
I can't run on my broken leg. I'm a bitch. Sorry. Anyway,
fuck you, Chase.
go Huskers. Fuck you, Chase.
Fuck you, fuckers.
Fuck all of you.
Peace.